Oi, oi. Just you guys, wiggly, squiggly, flat thumbs to you all, and welcome back to Flat Earth British Libos. It's good to see you guys. It's awesome. It's been 11 days or 12 days since my last postage. Oh, just check my comms are in order. Excusez-moi. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking irie. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome tonight, guys. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Good. So, yeah. Okay. I know. It's exciting, isn't it? So we're going to talk about a lot of things tonight, guys, but I'm going to have a little talk about what's been on my mind. I usually start my posts like this. I'll give you all a few shouts. Welcome, all of you. I can see you all there. Fellow traveller, Flat Fummage, Jamie Crane, Adam Cook, I'm my brother, Neil Betts, and Tara Payne. Yes, Martin farting. Yeah, I've got a bit of a flatulence problem. Comes with old age. Oh, that wasn't me. We're going to test out my new king size whoopee cushion later. See if we can get any fat nammies going. See how that goes down later on. Just for entertainment purposes. Context of this post, however, is going to blow your mind to see how much we have come backwards. What I'm going to show you tonight. It's mind-blowing. I just buffed, didn't I? Okay, I'm back. So we're going to talk about crimes against architecture, crimes against buildings, malfeasance against buildings. It's been fucking spiteful what they have done. We had a glittering golden civilization based on natural sciences, free energy, guys. Only 120 years ago, something really fucking bad happened. My guess is the mid 1800s, some sort of reset. Okay, now we're going through a reset at the moment. I'm sure not many of you have missed that the world has gone to shit in a handbag, hasn't it? Yeah, the weather's weird, the sun's gone dim, and people are just being sapped of energy, and the get up and go to most people used to have. And this because we're going through a reset, and it will get better. This is how consciousness works, guys. We've been subject to probably the biggest psychological operations ever mounted. I don't know what they were like years ago. And things have been strange for a long, long time, probably since about 9/11. But recently, in the last few years, after all the weirdness that went on, for a couple of years, at the, beginning of this decade, it's just got weirder. It's gotten fucking weirder. Their agendas are just, they're just spewing them out. People are so confused, so lost. It is unfucking believable. That in itself is a crime, and that can be righted by people like myself. Now, why would they lie? Why would they lie about previous civilization? Why? Because of free energy. They just put meters in. They just literally enslaved everybody for the last 120 years on electrical and energy bills. When we didn't have them in the past, everybody was healthy, living long, healthy lives. What they told you of the past was complete bullshit, because the evidence that we've got, we've collected over the years, myself nearly a decade, has shown us that there was an unbelievable world just before us. Compare it to today, and it will break your heart. But don't let it upset you, because as I said, consciousness will rise again. And soon. We are in mid-flow of a reset, and it's meant to be. It is a schoolroom year, and it is sorting the wheat from the chaff. Yeah, and the last 2 years has shown us a lot. My attitude towards humanity has completely fucking changed in the last 2 years. It really has, because of what happened and the way they treated the rest of us. Like, fuck you. So, fuck you back. Seems fair. The world has come a long way down, guys. We have come backwards. Consciousness, okay, has been hijacked, but we're coming back. Yeah, the truth of community is the resistance. Yeah, YouTube, it's a wash with fucking bullshit. It's a wash with AI generated channels which I've just taken over YouTube. But I'm grateful for it because they're not going to pull the authenticity or the uniqueness of a human fucking being who can think for themselves. They can't do that. They can sound smart and they can work things out to the AI narratives, but they're not us. And they haven't got the narrative because they're just copying our narrative. They wait for us, like everybody fucking else. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to look at some pictures. We're going to look at some movies in this. Awesome movies. I'm sure you'll be entertained by them, of the World's Fairs in the past. We're going to look at a comparison of Dublin and Boston. I found something really spooky. Maybe I'm going to show you some pictures. Maybe you can make some sense of it, because outside of what I've been proposing about the devastation of American cities, etc., as in some sort of energy weapons used or what have you, it is not what they're saying fires. I'm going to prove that to you through photographic records. So what if, when I got into flat earth, when I started this truther journey of almost coming up to a decade, 9 years of this is my video 500, by the way, on this channel. So thank you very much for watching all of them. And I think I just turned 63,000 subs, so that's awesome as well. But I have my other channels, which I'm going to start doing a lot more with. You know, the Celtic Tartarian channel is 1,100 videos. There's hundreds on my other channels. We've got a couple of thousand videos under our belt. All my content, all my own. I've never mirrored one video in the whole 9 years. So we're going to talk about exciting things. I've started to organise FE meets. There's some that have been organised that are going to be happening in the spring. So if you've had a shit full of this winter, which I know a lot of you have, I have, it's time, because the weather broke today. It was spring. It was 14 years today in Britain. It was fucking glorious. It was mild. It's time to break pattern, get out and about, guys. Meet some other truthers. You know, the relationships and the people that meet one another at these events often, in my case as well, and my friends, you know, lifetime friendships, guys. You know, we meet one another, we recognize one another. We're friends for life. It's happened so many times in these FE meets. So I've got basically access regular meetups, pretty much similar to what the Flat Earth Social is doing in Bournemouth. I'm going to do in Cardiff. I've got an awesome little venue, guys, and tickets are available in the descriptions box below. I held one just before Christmas. It was the worst weather in the fucking world. It was cold. It was raining. And yet stacks of people, you know, like 20, 25 people turned up from all over Britain with rail strikes and everything else. I'm pure grateful for them. But everybody had a good time. Everybody had a fantastic time. We'll be like a flat day live. I'll be laying on the food. There's going to be a party. The beer is awesome. It's really a cool place to be, actually. And then we're going to finish off after flat day with a party, a dance, and karaoke. Okay, got songs I've been practicing for you. No, that's true. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be awesome. Hope you join us this year, 2024, on this crazy ride, which is awesome. I love it so much. Love the community so much. We've gone so far. We've been through so much. All that shit we went through years ago and everything else. And we've come through the other side, living fucking legends, man. We are just so awesome. But we have to get off YouTube and start to meet one another, because it is fucked, guys. They got their claws in every fucking thing. I ain't flavor of the month. I'm not flavor of the month in this truther community. Isn't that surprising? It's been a tough couple of weeks. It's gone to shit in a handbag, and I've had a lot of trouble. So I've been like, you know, healing my trauma of life trauma, which we all get. And here I am on the other side. Couldn't wait to get back to you. I've been putting videos out and daily posts and stuff, but, you know, I just haven't been really up to sitting in front of a microphone. You know, it's just been fucking horrible. We got to get together, guys. We got to get some meetups going. There's so many. There's 3 in spring already organized. I'll show you and share them. And then we're going to get on to all the awesome juice. I'm going to show Paris, beautiful images, mind-blowing images of the 1890s Paris. What if some of these photographs, I can't get over that the technology of the past, they managed to build pyramids and they couldn't get a fucking camera together, such simple technology. These are not dated, any of these photographs. We don't actually know what time we're actually looking at. Could be further back. I even juggle with the thought, if you wanted a glimpse of the future, of what it would be like, then look at the past, because that is surely where we need to go. We need to get back to that culture of love. Okay, because this culture of everyone feared and shitting themselves, they announce something on the fucking news and people have palpitations. They literally think something, make themselves have a nervous fucking breakdown, but something that's completely bullshit. I've been through so many psyops in my life, just so many. In the 1980s, the disease with the small name, yeah, fucking drove everyone mental. Did anything happen? And on and on and on, with one psyop after another. People literally saying to me, what do you think they'll do next, Matt? Do you think it'll be a fake alien invasion? Do you think there'll be a ginormous Noah flood? No, I don't think any of those things. I think we are going through a reset. The whole place looks fucking different. Yeah. I really don't think that the debate that has been ongoing for years through different mediums on the internet concerning the shape of the earth. Now, I don't think for 1 second we're living on a world, but I do think we're living in some sort of realm. Like Tesla said, I don't think the dimensions of this place can actually be measured at all. I do think there is more land. I definitely think that's what they're up to, and hiding more land. And it's easy to do as well when they have all the control mechanism of the maps and everything else, and the bullshit that they make up all the way along. So I do think this is a realm, and I do think that this is not the real world. And I do think that it seems to be some sort of bullshit fake copy, and something's happened along the way, and we're going through some sort of reset. Sometimes I wonder whether we're all just dead. How many of you have had bad accidents where you say to yourself, oh, I should have been killed then? Maybe you were. Because all my friends, all of them, have had them events. All of them, including me. Isn't that weird? So let's welcome you all. And there we got Julia in the house, whose simplicity revealed. Much love to you, Julia. And there's Joy, and there's Nigel, and there's Shawl, baby, and there is 16 Alpha. Good to see you, my friend. And there's Brian. Much love to you, Brian, who's loving on Three Fingers, Wickham News. And we got Shiva Shampooich in the house. I had those events. Oh yes, how did it go? Anacapulco. It wasn't that this week. Comments. There's Grendel Dak there, a man I know. I met many times, a couple of times, over in Texas land. Lovage. Just DP. But then Roy Medflint. I love Ray. Where you two? This isn't real. No, it's bullshit. Yeah. Is there actually anybody out there? Can we prove that? When you're in your room at night, is there actually need to generate an external world out there? Wouldn't that be an awful lot of energy required in consciousness, the consciousness being the computer, to generate that entire world out there when you don't actually need it because you're in your bedroom, probably going to sleep? Nah, because it wouldn't be needed to generate it. So it probably wouldn't be there at all. Unless you picked up the phone, try to communicate with it, and then how they say in quantum mechanics, the wave function collapses, boom, there's your reality. Oh, it seems real enough. They did a good job. It does seem real, but it's not. It's not real. It's not the real reality. It's probably pod life. We're probably in a pod somewhere. Okay, and this is definitely a schoolroom. Okay, this is some sort of. I was juggling with the idea of we all being naughty. Have we all been naughty? Is this some sort of prison? Have we been naughty and we're being punished to learn by our lessons that we've naughty things that we've done in the past? We have to learn in this realm. So maybe it seems like hell sometimes, doesn't it? Life for most people, I don't know what you guys are like, but for me, it's been fucking torture right the way through. For some reason, doesn't seem to be an easy life for kind people in this place. But I can act tougher than the rest. I can be tougher than the rest, but it's not in me. So that poses difficulties in this place, especially when a lot of people are narcissistic by nature, controlling by nature, and get fucking nuts when things don't go their own way. It's really weird. You know, like they want to fucking own you or something. That's not a good thing, guys. That's not a good thing at all. You know, the one thing the Flat Earth British has got, which I love so much, and I'm deeply proud of, guys, is we're organic. Everybody who has followed this journey from the very beginning have seen my struggles, my trials, my tribulations, and fuck me, I had everything going against me. I wrote a Flat Earth book. That got hacked, got scrambled, I had to write it twice. And then it's just like completely fucking ignored by the whole Flat Earth community for some reason, even though it's got Flat Earth all over it. Something going on with that. And another 100 things. I've noticed the weirdness at the very fucking beginning of YouTube in 2015. I thought, oh, what is this? This is a strange old game, isn't it? Now I'm a decade in and I'm a bit of a, what you could say, a master at this YouTube. And I got a hang on it. But it's just me. I haven't got any production companies. I got a few friends. India makes me videos. She's pretty good on the old chat GPT, don't you know? So she helps me out with adverts and stuff. I haven't got teams or anyone to do anything. I do absolutely everything myself. That includes organizing all things that I think should happen for us, because this winter has sucked big time. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of funny things in this. Let's get on with it, and let's get on with the show. I'm going to be back as well Flatterday. This is a sort of post last Flatterday video, because I posted some beautiful videos for you all to enjoy. Good reception on them, but no live me, so I do apologize. So yeah, get funky, get relaxed. I'm going to have a fantastic time. We're going to have a little giggle. You're going to see things you've never seen before. It's going to be a lot of beauty, as is expected in Flat Earth British. And I don't think you're allowed to do that anymore. You're allowed to do anything. It's sort of weird now, isn't it? Fucking rules and rules. Ooh. So, my little noise machine keeps me endless. I like little gadgets that keep me endlessly complicated. Little things, please. Whatever. Anyway, Hamworld is in the chat. Love Hamworld. There's my bro there from Holland. Good to see you, my friends. I sees all your videos you put up. I don't speak Dutch, but I do go in and translate now and again. And you're way on it with the Phoenicians and the Tartarian, and you know what's happening with Friesland and everything else. So good luck to you, my friend, and good work. Vibes each. Yeah, wiggly flat thumbs to infinity thrice. And that is to Manny, who's out there somewhere, Truth Seeker, Mr. Beastman, Russell. Do you live in a bush? I'm Russell. Russell Donald Patrick, good to see you. Hippie Shakes in the house. Michael's in the house. And oh, excuse me, Three Fingers. And Alva Billy, hiya mate. Good to see you, Alva. Alva Billy. All my awesome friends from many, many years now. Been a while, months. Listen, be surprised if you find me on fucking YouTube. Wet in Dutch means yeah, law. Yeah. So Mel, I'll show you some photographs. There's my friend Mel there, Jazz Soldier. I went up to stay on a boat in the week last week, and it's the Dutch boat, Han, and it's got a plate on it, and it says the master's word is wet. Law. Wet is law. There's the Phoenician thing right there. Fucking awesome. So, Mr. Friendly, good to see you. Shiva, right? What's that? What do you call a baby who is in a tree and shakes? Russell. Yeah, I told that joke in like 1984 in high school. Well, no, I wasn't in high school in 1984. Earlier than that, but it's still a good joke. You know, some jokes they just like stand the test of time. What do you think, the baby who is in front of the door, Matt? Don't know, Shiva. Maybe humor just doesn't translate. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see later with some of my humor. Okay. Is Bob in the house? Yeah. And there's, I don't know why I do that. Sorry, Bob. Dangle Berries, good to see you. What's Adam, my bro? He's talking to 16 Alpha. Okay. Yes, much love, Shevage. Share this out, guys. Share this out. This is going to be awesome. The best video of the week. Okay. So yeah, it's a good hangout. Mel's boat. She got awesome boat. Steel thing, proper ship. So, but rain, the dog fell in the water. So bad. I nearly drowned. I know. The Brazilian flag is similar to the Phoenician flag. Oh, Marcel, that's interesting. That is really interesting. In fact, that's sort of sinking in with some of what I'm going to show you later, because I've got some really rare and unbelievably cool vintage photographs of Central America, Guatemala and Panama. And you can see that even though it's not as developed as the rest of the Americas, you can see the Phoenicians got a firm foothold there, which we proved in the past when we posted the book about Phoenicia, Haisha, the Phoenicians in Haiti a few years ago, if you can remember that. True Earth Norseman, good to see you. Okay, they're doing baby jokes. Awesome. Right, what's Julia saying? It only takes 200 years to go from horse and buggy to Hadron Collider. Yes, I know that statement is true. But what's Hadron Collider anyway? But a money soaker and doing sweet fuck all. That's nothing, is it? That's just the same as NASA. I ain't doing nothing. Yeah, it's collecting fucking. It's reenacting the Big Bang. That's what it's doing. Lots of interesting things to find in ancient Dutch texts. Well, I study Flemish art and literature, funny enough, and I have a massive Dutch collection, all Lead van der Haar atlases. In fact, all of them, because I copied down the codes for all of them, like before they all disappeared off Gallica. Cleverly, I'm glad I did that. And that was about like fucking 7 years ago, and I'm still using them now. So that's how good an idea it was. Okay. And there's Nora, my friend. Hi, Nora. Good to see you, lovely. Max is in here. She's looking for a gimbal if anyone wants to donate for her recording, activism, etc. Gimbal for a camera. Okay, good to see you. Good to see you all. Is Jason Arcakes in the house? Oh. Is Jason giving me a wiggly flat thumbs? Yeah. Wiggly flat thumbs, Jason. And there's my friends all talking to one another. Awesome. Awesome. So I've got all my friends all in one place, and we're all going to have a good time. We're going to have fun. Okay. But first, we're going to start with a bit of beauty. This is going to mangle your head to see this, guys. It's just crazy. But first, I'm going to show you these meets that are going to be coming up. Now, I've organized, and I got one coming up very shortly, basically in Bournemouth, the Flat Earth group, which I have been there before. And first of all, in my local pub, which is awesome, they literally begged me to come and have more. They loved it so much, but they said, not so much of the crazy person next time, Steve. You're allowed to go, but there are like rules, like no howling, no heckling, that sort of thing, just normal stuff. So yeah, so that is next month on the 15th of March. Okay. And just before then, this is next week on the 27th, I'm doing a presentation at the Flat Earth Social in Bournemouth at 7 p.m. On Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the month, 27th of February. Hope to see some of you then. They have a big turnout. You did one on a really wet and windy day last month, and like 63 people turned up on a shitty Tuesday. Yeah, this is going to be good. It'll be loads of people there. And the last one I went to was in the summer, and Dave Murphy presented. So yeah, that's coming up in just over a week or so. And then over in America land, Jason, who's in chat now, RKX, and myself, round table in Houston, which is awesome. We love Houston. In Gessner Road, which is not too far from downtown. Cash accepted at the door. So lots going on in the next 3 months. It's a chance to meet hundreds of people in the next 3 months. Okay, so make sure if you look in the descriptions box below, you can pick up tickets for these events. It's good, isn't it? So if we don't do it, thing is, nobody else will do it and nothing will happen. I found that out years ago when I started to, because basically I started to attend flat earth conventions and then they just stopped dead. So then I started to organize big conventions myself, like during Rona, like 300 odd people turned up. The one I did, another one in a hotel, wasn't good, but it was big enough. So I started to do them myself because no one else will fucking bother. So here we go. I'm going to show you some photographs of what once was the biggest city in the United States of America, Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania. It's an unusual picture, this one. Look at the size of this building in the background, how unbelievable that is. But what it says, the school children forming the letters G-A-R. So they are, thousands of kids. I'm afraid I'm not sure what G-A-R actually stands for, but you know, look at the size on this architecture in Philadelphia. And the Liberty Bell. Now, they took the Liberty Bell off on tour. They took it around all of the, or a lot of the expositions. It was taken to the Pan Pacific and displayed there. Now, there must be a reason why the Tsar Bell in Russia, in Moscow, has a giant crack in it. And the main American bell, the Liberty Bell, has a giant crack in it. You know, I can't help thinking that the reason they did that is because they're showing you that a reset has happened, you know, akin to something that went wrong maybe with Antquitech. You know, bells were definitely a part of Antquitech, you know, the resonance they give off. And then there's a crack in these bells, sort of them telling you, hey, look at the reset, look what it's done. So yeah, massive, busy city, absolutely beautiful. What you notice is even the ordinary people are all spotlessly clean and everybody is well turned out. Everybody has a hat because they seem to feel the need to protect their head from the sun. Oh, they got Turkish baths there. Oh, they wouldn't have them in the modern day. But check this. So we've seen this city hall many times, but seems to be that the tower is incomplete and being completed. Or is it restorated? Did they founder it or did they find it? They found it. Look at this. The Phoenicians had a big hole here in Philadelphia, city famed for its lawyers, etc. There. So there's the main city hall, and it is unbelievable technologies on it. It's got some sort of flood prevention going on the bottom with these big, you know, chunky buttress bases. And so that tower there is what the scaffolding was on just now, and this bit has been added, and it's a completely different color to this stone, isn't it? So let's just presume that this was there then, and let's just presume that they repaired the clock tower because it's in a completely different stone to the bottom of the tower, isn't it? Didn't they get it to match? Obviously not. What a bloody massive building that is. Unbelievable. So I can't actually tell you how early that is. These photographs are anything from 1860s to 1860, 1910. So this is a really early one, but you can see the fountain going on, Phoenician foothold. Strange dome on top of this temple-looking building. I wonder what that does. And there's more modern day, as you can see. But again, Greco-Romano temple, which you can witness in most American cities. Are they put there in the 1800s, or are they just the existence of Rome / Phoenicia in America, the old world? Seen plenty of evidence, you know, some of the books we've read here, guys, you know, the Josiah Priest's History of America, like the Golden Pyramid, ancient architecture of the Far of the East, all tell you that America was the old world. I was inundated with water. In some of the narratives, one I read a couple of weeks ago said that 9 people survived the flood in America. Look at this. Look at this. Supposed to be a Victorian viaduct. I wonder. So They make statues of their people. This looks a bit like a Benjamin or something like that going on. But if you're one of theirs, they make a fucking statue of you. But these columns are technology. That top bit looks like fascias. Huge windows. And these railings are some sort of tech as well, as we talked about this last week. And that looks like it's going really low below there as well. Like floodage, the size of that. So what is this thing on the corner? Let's have a little discovery. So yeah, that looks just like the top of the building, because you can see these tops of these windows here, and the rest are, you know, below ground level. And what you find in a shit ton of these buildings, especially the ones that have had this Phoenician, whatever banding they put on them, which I don't think was there initially. I found out something really, really interesting last week. Somebody commented that they went to see the Taj Mahal in India, and there was a bit of plaster broken off at the back. And what it was showing is under the Taj Mahal is red brick. The Taj Mahal's red brick. I'm wondering if most of these historical places are just recent and just fucking Disneyland. Really, really. Look at the size of these doors. So why would you have doors that big? It's like built for giants. And these temples everywhere, all American cities, exactly the same as what you find in Greece, Persia, Babylon. It's temple. Although you can usually find out which, which culture they're trying to show off by what is on the top of the columns, and they're just plain columns, no Corinthian tops or anything on them. But Greek temple, my God, look at that. I would hazard to guess to say that is a synagogue. It's difficult to say. Let's have a look. Wow, look at that building. It's got a Technasmia port. So it would have been some sort of machine in the past. It looks quite oriental, doesn't it? It's quite Chinese, that. I'm not sure what that would designate. Maybe some of you would know. But wow, what an unusual looking building. Look at that thing there. Yeah. So they built buildings like this apparently sometime in the 1800s. You know, they'll attribute them to like 1880s, 1890s. Yeah, they all got technology in them that has been all like, you know, this dome, what's that? Is that a, you know, what is it exactly? And you got this large copper dome. They look like the arrays you see on battleships, you know, them domes. And you know, why it's not even a church, is it? Yeah, it's got a cymatic pattern in the building, in the tower itself. So that would have been some sort of Technasmia machine emanating some sort of resonance in the past. So can you imagine this culture of spotlessness, lack of poverty? I don't see any poverty anywhere in any of these pictures. The photographic record shows a spotless world, free of vandalism, free of rubbish. And what happened to us, guys? Do you want to tell you? Cultural Marxism ate us from within. All of that bullshit they got everyone into, the vanity, everything from porn to fucking shiny fucking nails. That is cultural Marxism. They've been undermining us for years. When I was a kid, we used to have school teachers that were fucking right lefty hippie bastards. Yeah. Oh, let's all sing fucking Morning is Fucking Broken and think about Karl Marx at breakfast. It's like, fuck. I even knew as a kid, like, you know, my God, these people are like really weird. My mother always used to warn me about cults. She said, if you're going out, don't talk to any Moonies. I was like, what Moonies? You know, the Reverend Moon. I said, why? Has he got people in nightclubs? They're everywhere, Matt. Well, she wasn't wrong. But look at this thing here. This is all in a red brick, isn't it? Wow. Just mind-blowing. And how British it looks as well, considering it's Pennsylvania. So yeah, it's by design. Everything that's gone wrong with society is we did it. We did it through consenting, fear of what they will do to us if we don't do what we're fucking told. Well, many of us didn't. Many of us have just been outlaws and not doing as we're told the whole fucking time, because we know that we are moral and we're better people than they are. What's this? Let's hope there's motor cars, because that's a bit early to have some sort of antenna. No, only horse and cat. So it's pre-1906. And we have some crazy big antenna on top of the Philadelphia, whatever that is. The size on the front door, so guys. Why they have them that big? And, you know, if you're into mud flood, we think that there was an inundation of water and then mud everywhere in the realm. I had to go of basically I was looking at the AI because they bombarded my Facebook. It's like it's sinister as fuck what's happened, guys. It's taking over, and this is it. This is the rollout this year. They've probably been showing us AI shit since get go, and we don't know what's what. But this maybe explain all of the confusion with what's happening with history. But now they're just rolling it fucking out. You know, these they make posts for you. They'll put the pictures in and they'll add the content. And then I spotted a few videos today and I played them instantly. I recognized it as AI, as ChatGPT, and I thought, right. So I had to go. I said, put mud flood in Tartaria based on the work of Martin Liedtke, and they knew me. And they fucking made a really good narrative based on mud flood. ChatGPT did. I read it. I was like, oh, that's good. Doesn't sound very human or any no emotion in it, but it does sound really good. But what it did is towards the end of the narrative, it tried to debunk. It's like AI is one of them, and it is definitely fact checking, what they call fact checking, and you know, critiquing what you're trying to say and steering it and saying, oh, it's only a conspiracy, it's only a theory. Yeah, right. Okay, we haven't got too much direct evidence, but we got a fucking ton of circumstantial evidence. And as far as I know, that's just way enough to take to a court of law, isn't it? Well, yeah. And we have some direct evidence. There's been, you know, the nature of covering up a civilization is the documentation is actually destroyed and lost, which is why I am absolutely convinced that the greatest empire that was and recently was based on Tartarian Natural Sciences. Whether or not the people who built these places, you know, they could have been fucking Turks, all we know. But whoever built them used Tartarian principles, sacred principles in its building, like the wire dome by there with all of this caper on it, some sort of technology, no doubt. Look at that building, just like the Munsters, doesn't it? And the first floor elevation front door. This is when they built these buildings, they had floods in mind. They made them strong enough to survive it, and you could still access the building. If the water is up this far, you can get onto that veranda and go through that door. And all of these buildings share that same thing, flood prevention, because they knew, because they'd seen it. They knew before. Oh, I wonder how old them graves. I went into an old graveyard only this week, and there was nothing in there older than 1900. So hardly anything in there. And the church is supposed to be the oldest in Wales. So the question is where are all the dead? There must have been trillions that have died before us. Where are they all? Because they're not in the graveyards, guys, are they? No. I think there was a reset. I think most people died. And I think that there was replacements. These lot is what I think. There's enough weird evidence to support it, especially when it comes to the arrivals. You know, the expositions, the incubators that can do a year's growth in a day. What the fuck? They're making like homunculus. Are they still doing that shit now with incubators? Well, they were doing it then. Incubator babies. Breeding human beings. Have you ever seen the movie Cube? Cube 1, 2, and 3. It's about a cube that they put in an experiment, a military experiment, and it's constantly shifting. Sometimes I imagine we're in some sort of cube that is constantly shifting, and that film may be telling us something. They tell us we're in a cube. I think we're in some sort of vessel, myself personally. There's a lot of cactus for that far north, isn't there? In Philadelphia. Is it warmer there? because you get freezing winters to sustain that sort of cactus. I've seen pictures of cactuses in Moscow. I posted them on this channel a few years ago. I wish I could find them. Maybe I should look for them. Yeah, palm trees in Moscow, proving, as far as I can see, that Moscow had a much, much warmer climate in the past. And all the old maps, there's no snow. There's no snow in the old maps. You don't see any snow in any 14th, 15th century maps. There's no snow existing. Yeah. The Urbano Monte maps similar to that. They just show green and pleasant lands everywhere, including what you would call the Antarctica. Look at that thing. That dome. So I've got half a somatic window, one on the side as well. Look at that dome. That is so unusual, double domes. But again, it's, you know, that granity big block work. That's a temple. Wow. Pennsylvania ferries. So yeah, I think there was an older world. I think that it was reset. A lot of it was in the mud. Some of it was underwater. This explains the maps probably of why California's an island, no Great Lakes. And I think it was Mad Max world for some time, is what I think. And then the founders come and dug it all out. Look at this. Why would you even bother doing these windows? They say, you know, when you argue with an architect, so let's let some light into the cellars. It's like, well, that little thing there and that little thing there is going to let light in the cellars. You sure about that? Are you really sure about that? Because it makes zero sense. I talked to an architect in a pub once. He said, oh, it was in vogue at the time. And then he realized how foolish he sounded and then sat down. It's like, oh, really? It was in vogue, because he didn't actually know. They used to call these, see these lower places, they used to call them in the old days digs, because apparently if you went and dug them out, you could live in them. That's why they were called digs. Where's your digs? Because you dug it out. Why? Because it was full of mud. Digs. Did you dig that? Yeah. Oh, look at that building. Whoa. See, look, what culture could we akin this to? Moors, Centimes. It's definitely got that Eastern feel, hasn't it? What about this bird box here? Is it a bird box? Yeah, it is. Oh, that's really good. And we got an ornamental swan. Somebody looks like Charlie Chaplin, but that building's unreal. Wow. What light bulb they're using there? Because this is like obviously not a gas, because you wouldn't get a flame up there. So some sort of, with all these wires, some sort of electric. It's not like this big, massive light bulb. It's halogen. Anyway. So yeah, first class world, no vandalism, no rubbish, no drug addicts, none of this shit you see today. It is what looks like a safe world, clean world, and a healthy world. And what they told us is, oh no, they were all chucking buckets of shit out of the window, weren't they? You know, we've existed for all of this time, or only got smart in the last 100 and odd years. Okay. So we were never advanced or clever before. Oh no, you've just evolved from space monkeys. It's taken all of this time for you to invent the telephone and the wheel. Okay, right. So we were all just stupid. We were all in caves going, ugh, were we? See these? These are all over Europe. They've been attributed to being built by monks with copper chisels and horse and carts. The existence of the old world there for sure. And I really do think that some of these skyscrapers, you know, that you see at old world as well, I really, you know, there's evidence that Begonia had 90 odd, you know, skyscrapers in the Middle Ages. So, you know, they existed in the Middle Ages. They existed in this period. Look at the size of that thing. And what you find with these buildings, which is really weird, and you get it with same in Britain as well, is all of the shit is on top. So what I mean is all of the ornamentation. These will be Phoenician statues. These will be like, you know, Phoenician gods and all of this technasmia, and it's all predominantly top heavy, but they put all of it on top. Why? so you can see it from the air balloon when you're going past it. Because air balloons, as you know, that has been disclosed to the world here on Flat Earth British about the Tartarian balloons. That's nice. Let's just walk in the garden, and a nice little church going on. Let's have a little mag up on that. It's an unusual spire. So you go into the church to be altered at the altar and inspired by the spire, because these things were machines. You can see how they conned them, can't you? Coming in, oh my God, get the organs on, get them vibrations going through the people. The people come out there literally buzzing and euphoric and think it's God that did it, when actually it was the technasmia in the organs themselves. Excuse me, I'm a bit blurry there. That looks like old England, doesn't it? That's behind that domed building. Well, they look like tile. Again, look at this flavor. So not American. You see so much of this. Look at the size of that. You've got a lot of decoration on here. You've got the upper, balustrade there. That would be a flood prevention thing. But all of this tile and this intricacy on top, wow. Why don't they do that on the bottom where people actually see it? You break your neck looking at there. So there's Miss Philadelphia with a Phoenician shell and a mermaid inside. Miss Philadelphia, Ruth Muckelson. Okay, Ruth, she's a bit of a looker, and probably in them days, a woman. Yeah, I know. Public baths, wash house, they did a lot of that. I thought they were supposed to be smelly, the Victorians, bathed once a week. It's not so for Philadelphia, is it? Another mud flood building. An interior palace. No. So Philadelphia looked like that over 100 years ago. And now I don't want to harp on, because all British cities have gone like it as well. I don't want to emphasize that, it's specifically this is Philadelphia, because it's heartbreaking where we've got to. So we went from clean streets, everyone's spotless, everything irie, to this. This is Philadelphia. Obviously, it's a different area in Kensington. I don't want to be derogative, about the city of Philadelphia, because this is everywhere in the world. This is where we've got to, and we let it happen, guys. How do we heal this? How do we make this go away? Yeah, this is why Islam is becoming the most popular religion on earth. It's because they haven't got this. They haven't got drugs. They haven't got crime, really, except for corruption. They haven't got any of this, which is probably why, people go to it. And this is where we got to. Cultural Marxism at its best, guys. Eating us from within to this. It's heartbreaking, guys. Something's got to be done. These are human beings. They got mothers, they got fathers, probably have people who loved them, and their lives are just fucking hell. Can't even imagine. I don't want to imagine. My heart bleeds for them. I really can't stand it. I never could stand it when I was young either. That's why I do what I do, guys. Is it fair? Look at that. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Did you see that? That is interesting. I posted on my last post about bollards being used for grounding for wireless telephones. And I was wondering if there was any more going on with fire hydrants and bollards. There's a hole in the side of that one. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I got SkyTrain here in Kensington Avenue. So that's where we got to, guys. Okay. And this is like, where do we go from here? Do we let this carry on? Do we do nothing about it? Well, we're the resistance, guys. And the reason all this shit is happening is because basically we've got, most people just do it through fear, agree. It's easier, isn't it? It's easier just to agree, atone to the man, isn't it? It's heartbreaking. That's where we got to, guys. Ooh, what's all that? Let's get this off. Excuse me. Okay. Right, let's have a look at some more pictures and let's move on. So yeah, we've gone backwards a long way, haven't we, guys? Here's some pictures of before and afters. Basically, it'll show you the same sites in the modern day as it was in the past. Some of these are war pictures, though. Here's the Communards in Paris, and there's the streets in the modern day. So this is 1871. That building in the background, this one here, was certainly there in 1871, look. And that one too, it's the same building. Yes, it is. There was another one on the side, that's gone. No, that's a new build. But this one was there in 1871. Paris, 1850, all that's across the road from the citadel, or across a river from the citadel, is fields. Fields, nothing there. Central Paris. I've got a little park there these days, but I don't know what's happened. The photographs, when they're in black and white, they look really like something's going on, like really beautiful. It's like that. It's like, whoa. And then they show you the same building in a modern day, and it's lost this whoa completely. How is that? Why is that? So yeah, I could show you many, many instances of before and after how this world has gone to poo. There's the expositions with the globe that they had there. And there is a modern day. Everything's just disappeared completely. Just craziness. Just absolute craziness. And nothing is for the better. Look at this. All of that palaces on across the bridge there. Absolutely beautiful. 2017. Everything of that is now missing, except for the two pillars on the street of Mars in France. Champ de Mars. So, oh God, there's not much going on there. 1874 is just dirt. Oh, I've actually got a bit of cobble going on. And then nice architecture. And I get to here. No, I've still got some sort of flavour. I wonder where that is. Somewhere in Europe, somewhere. Railway stations, absolutely beautiful. There's 1965, 2015. That's a Holland railway station. Can't remember the name. Okay. Death to Parliament, it said on that pillar there. Why have they got blindfolds on? They cut their faces off. What's that say? Death to permanent, drive carefully. What? Let's have a look at that again. It's got some war damage. Death is permanent. No fucking shit. Wow. That's a bold statement. I'm glad you said that. Fucking hell, I thought it was impermanent. In that case, Bambi's coming back to life. Fucking brilliant. Okay. So, Mont Saint Michel, 1908, and then we got it 1916. I think this is the top of the larger building. I think that goes really bad on that one. The one in France and the one in Cornwall. Moulin Rouge, where you would have gone and seen the Can dancers, 1900. And now it's all Hollywood bullshit. It looks like everywhere else. Yep. Way to uglify, bully, and kill architecture. So bombing did a lot, didn't it? Yeah. The bombings of World War II was an attack on architecture. Then they conned the world into thinking that we actually won the fucking war. Well, we didn't anyway. That's another story. How could we have? Doom de doom de doom. Not that that's a bad thing. It's fucking awesome in my head. But there you go. Doom de doom de doom. Not feeling these Phoenicians. You know, they got like you know, they bring drugs. That's what the Phoenicians are. They're drug dealers. You know, even in the Cherubanuskis, the cherubs, you see them with the grapes and all the Bacchus analogies with the giant grapes. So they got a thing about wine. So that's what they were bringing into the ports, getting everyone pissed. And this is in Moscow, in front, St. Petersburg, in front of, excuse me, St. Mary's Church, St. Catherine's Church. And you see that they're growing cabbages because this is during the siege of Stalingrad. And that was maybe nearly up to 2 years of siege by the Germans, starving them out, but they didn't starve them out. Only killed 1 million or so. So yeah, the war was televised. Most people found out about the war through Pathé newsreels in the movies and the newspapers. All letters were edited in the First World War and the Second World War, so the soldiers and sailors didn't tell their families what they were seeing. That was that big flood. I've covered that, the Seine flood. That's outside Cologne Cathedral. Yeah, so they left Europe in a mess, didn't they, in World War II? Just rubble. This is the Reichstag. But most of the damage seems to be, on seriously good old buildings, an attack on architecture. So it's mind-blowing to think that the world looked like this compared to what it does now. The best they can come up with now is these fucking shitty hotels they're putting everywhere. And they're not even going to be for hotels, are they? They're going to be holiday camps for visitors. Fucking awesome. Check this out, guys. All of these are Paris, 1883 to 1890. And you see some of the exposition there as well. But look at this Golden Dome. I would suggest this is gold, because gold is an awesome conductor, isn't it? But look at that for symmetry and beauty. You see Paris Opera House. Just unbelievable. All built with a horse and buggy. Awesome. And there's the quality inside these places. These are obviously altered colorized, but I think they've done a good job. Full on Phoenician, again with the Cherabanuskis, the blank panel, and these things that you see is the two opposing Taurus fields you see everywhere. Got marble columns. Oh, it's intrigued me, marble columns. How they got them there in the first place. And a giant temple. Paris has so many old world buildings. The size of that thing. Let's move on. So, yeah, these are beautiful photographs. Look at that thing there. So yeah, what is unusual about these photographs is they say they're from the 1880s to the 1890s, but the entire city was sacked, or not sacked, was more or less destroyed in the Franco-Prussian War, which I've shown you endless footage of and pictures of. And then a short time later, like 10 years later, it's all brand fucking new again. Wow, look at that for a bit of technology. Snag up on that. Excuse me. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well today, guys. Happy Thursday. It's the day where we thirst no more because you are going to get your juice. Lots of Jesuses in Mexico, spiritual coffee bean. Well, yeah, they're big into all that, aren't they? There. But they have, such a shitty time. They gotta they'll go to. This is the thing, isn't it? When they gaslight everyone enough, they're just going to turn. They turn to religion. They turn to the government. They turn to something or other, a cult, whatever. Can't stand in their own fucking ground and fight with everyone else. Because that's what's going to happen, guys. We need to be smart about this because the future is ours. But we got to be brave and we got to do it, guys. Because no one's going to do it for us. You can see the way it's going, can't you? Do you want that? What you got to lose? You'll be dead one day. And you're going to leave that will for who's to come next. Or like the millennials. I'm sure they'll work it out eventually. So they seem to be a bit of a loss, don't they? Look at this pillar. I bet this was a landing platform for a balloon. And you step in. There's men up there now, look. And then you step into a door. There. And you go down the pole and come out of a door in the bottom. Delivered to the center of your city by balloon. There's the door at the bottom. They were balloon stations in Tartaria. Wow, what a beautiful picture. So Phoenician. And these obelisks, I've got something I want to share on the weekend concerning obelisks, which you might find interesting. I was going to show it tonight, but it's time aspect. So they always got the umbrellas, the women, haven't they, covered up completely. Is this something to do with the sunlight? Because that's summer's day. Why would you have a brolly? Maybe just to protect you because the sun was so powerful post-reset. So much electromagnetism post-reset, causing all sorts of illnesses, causing baldness in the 18th century. If you look at the official narrative, they say it's syphilis. Well, I don't think that happened. I think that they lost their hair and got lesions because it's exactly the symptoms of radiation poisoning. In fact, most of the things you can find in history, you can kin to radiation poisoning of some sort or other. Again, with the gold leaf on the vaulting. Vaults, interesting name, isn't it? And a Phoenician holding what in the hand? Some sort of plantage. The Republic of France. It's got an, what number is that? 883. 883. I wonder what year that is. Maybe they just never added the one, eh? 883. Isn't that interesting? What year is 883? Well, if you put a 1 on it, in 1883, wouldn't it? Wow, look at the size of these roads. They're that broad, right? Yet they only had horse and carts. And they didn't have lanes for them. This just showed, I think this is the old world, you know, these broad avenues for the old world balloons and technologies. There's no way that you need to make it that fucking broad for horse and carriages. And that is the thumbnail for this video. I thought it was a brilliant example of a Technasmia device, 4 angels technology, cymatic window. That thing was just generating a beautiful charge that was emanated out into this area. I think you can even see it's active there. The trees seem to be lovely. Everything seems to be nice from the resonance of that building. And big wheels. This one is massive. You can see that the things here are as big as railway carriages, a bit like the one you have in Chicago that got destroyed in the World's Fair. Maybe a train even pulled up. Who even knows? It's just crazy to think that they have that many people on a big wheel, which is the Eye of Horus, I think. That's what that is all about. Because it's a big thing, isn't it, with the Phoenicians? You know, you've got in central London, you've got the London Eye, it's called, and you know they're all about the one eye. So here we got a quadriga on top of an arch, which is sought after in battles. They have to collect quadrigas. That's what happened in the Battle of Berlin. And they took it off the top of the arch there. Oh, look at that building. I can't believe for a second that they built all this in the expositions just for a year or two. It makes no sense, especially after the city has been destroyed and then rebuilt. It seems to be a recurring thing. Same as that for Chicago, destroyed, shits out an exposition. San Francisco, destroyed. 9 years later, it gets the biggest exposition of all, Pan Pacific Exposition. It makes no fucking sense. Look at this building. Better now or better before? Better before. No cars, no internet to bug you. Oh, God. What did people do with their day? They built shit. They did shit by the look of it. They went and looked at the things that they actually found, probably. Because everything seems to be touristy. Let's go and have a look at the new stuff that we found. Look at this giant civilization here. We've just built it for a year. 1 million will pass through and then we're going to demolish it all, except for the radio antenna, which seems to be really handy. So what you find with it blows my mind, this is something really off with this thing. I've been showing it for years now, that there seems to be like different sizes on the tower, the Eiffel Tower. So what you find on here is on the first floor, you get these things. Apparently they were destroyed in a fire. Apparently metal burns, and now they're not there. And I think they were Antquitech. Also, this arch here, there's a 6-lane motorway going through here in the modern day. You can see the size of a person here. It seems to be a lot smaller for some reason in the past. I can't work out what's happening. It's almost as if there's two. And look at the River Seine, how beautiful it was. So every single building you see there and that beautiful civilization there is gone. They took it away because they said this was built temporary. I can't get my head around it. It just makes no sense. I wonder if that's the future. Look at this thing. So Antquitech is unbelievable. Got a ship bursting out of it. There's your Phoenicians. And this thing all lit up. I've seen it. It's all electrified. I've seen it lit up. It's absolutely beautiful. There's thousands of light bulbs in that. So yeah, expositions like a programming thing where they tell you what different countries are like. Germany looks like this. Czech Republic looks like this. France looks like this. All in different styles for different countries. So they're telling me they built that Dutch building, and then demolished it. Telling me they built that temporary. Looks like it might take 100 years to build. And it looks really ancient. Just don't make any sense. What about this? Look at it. Look at it. Can you imagine the effort in building all of this? And on the banks of the River Seine. What was there before? It was fields by the look of them photos. But look at that civilization. Gone. It's a crying shame, isn't it? Look at that. Then 2 pillars are there we just witnessed in the modern day. These are still here. Okay, these 2 pillars. All of this on a Champ de Mars, gone. Took it away. Wow. Blows my mind, guys. The Palace of Electrical Palace, where they've done the electrical devices displayed, is absolutely beautiful. Unbelievable. Imagine things being built like that with that much care and quality in the modern day, guys. They just wouldn't dream of it, would they? This looks like a bit of a ship going on, ship feel. So why would you build a temporary building? We've got like mud flood tributations is beyond me. Giant doors is beyond me. Elevated doors up in the air. Things that look like Antquitech. Blowholes in the dome there as well. So fully fitted with technasmia, and it was never used. Just like, ornament, for aesthetics, when we know this is a functional natural science. Makes no fucking sense. So that's the Japanese garden. It's beautiful. A pagoda. Also thought to be some sort of technology. There's a lot of technasmia on there, sort of using 4 angels technology. I think it's something to do with electromagnetism, EM, which is the energy that we should be harnessing. They use electricity, but electromagnetism is where the free energy is. EM, emotion. EM, empathy. It's on the front of all the words. EM, electromagnetism. Oh, look what we got here. The faceless night again. And wow, look at that thing. Oh, excuse me. Wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. So imagine a boat ride along there 150 years ago. Don't see too many people visiting them, though, do there? There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, they're smashing it. They must have took loads of money. 5 people that lovely day. Yeah, not doing too good. So palm trees again, Paris. I guess they would be there. That wall there looks yonk, so old. That looks worn and really old, doesn't it? Yeah. How can that be a temporary fucking measure? It's beyond me. Even that looks dirty. Chambers. But it's a temple again, and I don't know why they build temples and block the fronts off. They do it with Temple of Bacchus, got the same affair in the modern day. They blocked off all the inside, and Temple of Jupiter. I don't know what it is. So the Hotel de Ville, this building here, completely gutted by fire in 1871, was jam-packed with technasmia, jam-packed with Phoenician statues. You've seen this many times on my channel. I show you the building before and after its destruction in 1871 with the Franco-Prussian War. Looks a bit like St. Paul's Cathedral, the top of that one, doesn't it, in London? Very much like it, in fact. Okay. Wow. I don't know. What faith would we say this is? Well, that's a really unusual church, isn't it? Why does it do that? Cymatic windows. Wow, I've never seen one like that. And then you've got this really weird tower with like some sort of chimney up it. Never seen nothing like that. 10 to 5 in the afternoon. God, that's a beautiful church. Don't know what denomination that is. There's another one of it. Could be a synagogue, I'm not sure. Another temple. Looks like the Temple of Bacchus again. Corinthian tops. So apparently they're supposed to be the Greeks. And you get a very detailed bas relief in the apex on that. Again, really high up. Nobody can really see all of them, are they? But they're usually like tales of tragedy and usually tales of reset. You see people running on them and all that. So here we have Notre Dame Cathedral. We had two giant spires in the past. They're no longer there. And the narrative of Quasimodo and the bells. And this tower here was apparently added 1850s. And today it's gone because it burnt down in a fire a few years ago, if you remember that. So they built all this world, no cars, just horse and cats, and people. Wonder what they're doing with their day anyway. Didn't have the radio then either, apparently. Makes you think, makes you think. Okay, let's move on. Oh, that's beautiful. So yeah, it's an architectural wonder, isn't it, Paris? And also Prague. Architectural masterpieces. Dresden was the same, but we know that never went well for them. Something stinks about that. How do we know who's dropping bombs when it's dark any fucking way? I think this is a nation one. I've talked about this before. It's got like basically this arch here has got like the faceless knight all over it, and a lot of Phoenician stuff here, and heralding, trumpeting angels, and I think you can just make out there Phoenician godage, Zeus, or whoever, and a giant arch and doors going into it, so you can actually go inside this arch. So what were they for? Well, they're like horseshoe magnets. We sometimes pondered whether they were to demagnetize you before you left the city or entered the city because of electromagnetic weaponry on the battlefield or outside, or the EM there anyway in the post-reset world. Extra electromagnetism, and this thing looks like a horseshoe magnet could demagnetize you, maybe. There's a reason they're all over Christendom. Look at that. This is what they've done with the money. They built what things called palaces. Yes, palaces. This is what they've done with the taxpayers' money. Is the elite spend it all on shit to look at and go, oh, look what they bought us. Isn't it lovely? Yes, what? Sickening. Sickening waste of money. I think that would have had a spire. So a lot of churches missing spires, aren't there? Wow, look at that. What's going on with this cross? It's got some wires going in it to the
what, possibly mercury bore. This could be just a resonator, not a religious cross. It's got 2 cables coming off it. Interesting. Look at that building in the background, though. God almighty. Just unbelievably amazing quality. All connected up with Antquitech. All ancient Tartarian free energy buildings. And there's the Hotel de Ville again, the City Hall, which was incinerated in 1871, Franco-Prussian War. Well, look at that thing. Some little maga. So yeah, thanks everyone being here. Make sure to share this out. We got a shit ton to come. I got some videos to show you. Images of the day are going to crack you up. I'm sure you're going to love them. And there's going to be some interesting movies that I'm going to show you, which are not rude in the way of, oh, they're rude, Matt. They're more, oh, that's really arty. It's a bit rude, but we'll see what you think. Okay, it's flat with pitch posts, so I'm sure you'll manage. So we got castle and loads of ivy going over it. That looks proper ancient, that one. Oh, yeah. And look at the opulent. I can't say it. Opulence. Got Grandmaster works everywhere. And the old squiggly wiggly column, which you see in St. Peter's Basilica, got squiggly wiggly columns. And I suggest this is like a reliquary box. Maybe they're all reliquary, but look, a golden table. All the Phoenician faces on it, guys. Bacchus is there on the corner. The shells. Getting you ready for the wine. And why this big tower for a jar? You see these jars all over Christendom. There. Wonder if they're ashes inside them. And these are urns of specific people. And they don't tell you. But yeah, that's where they've done with the taxpayers' money. No wonder the French had a fucking revolution. Oh, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Beautiful images. I hope you agree. So I've discovered something, and I'm going to bring it to your attention. Now, what you can see here, okay, is the devastation that was caused by the rebellion in Dublin in 1916. There was a rebellion of Sinn Féin. They rose against the empire, and then the boys from the trenches turned up, the squaddies from Britain, and they had a big fuck-off war in the centre of Dublin. But what I want to draw your attention to is the way the buildings look after cannon, howitzer, and fire. So battle damage. Battle damage shows blackened buildings. You can definitely see fire damage here, but you definitely do see blackening and fire damage from where the battle happened. We'll look at some more of them images in a second. But in comparison, in 1871, same year as Paris is going up in flames, this is happening. Now, this is Boston, and the entire city's been incinerated by an accident with a cow and an oil lamp. Now, I've looked at these different photographs many times, but not this particular collection. I can't see any fire damage anywhere. No, I mean, like, guys, this building is supposed to be taken down by fire. So this building here, where these gentlemen are, okay, there's a pile of nothing. The building in the inside is completely fucking missing. And I do not see any blackening on that building. How can it have collapsed under the heat of fire and not have any blackening? Do you see any blackening on the windows? Do you see any blackening on them windows? Do you see any blackening on that? It's supposed to be a fire, guys. And if you go through them all, it is creepy as fuck that the city is supposed to be destroyed by fire, and I can't find any blackening or fire damage on these Boston, 1872 fire images. Let's just go back to Dublin a minute in case you are interested. They had a terrible rebellion there. I like it that they stood up for themselves and said, fuck you. And there was a giant battle centered around the main post office building. And the British squaddies had howitzers and cannons, etc., and blasted the buildings, took the roof off. You can see this is an old Greco-Romano temple type affair, and that's why it's the post office. But the buildings, you can see fire damage. So there's the boys there, Sinn Féin, battling the British, giving them what for, and there's the British there fighting back. So this was a balloon stop, this thing, this obelisk, this Nelson's column. So that was it before the battle. And then you can see there's still smoke coming out there, but you definitely see the blackening. You do see piles of rubble as well, which is interesting. Our buildings got to rubble. Maybe cannon. They did have howitzers. And there's the post office completely gutted after howitzer fire. This is a glass plate photograph, I notice. It's been smashed. And there's what it looked like. Interesting aerial there, but it is 1916. And there's the Irish Rebellion. 1916 May, soldiers holding a Dublin street. And that's the British squaddies. Not very good barricade, is it? It's all furniture and stuff. But imagine that. Look at this thing here. Is that for fire? No. What is it for? These hydrants, these bollards are all over the place. And that one's a really big one. Oh, yeah, they had a giant battle. People all ganged up. And they said, fuck you, Queen Victoria. She wasn't alive then, but you know what I mean. British Empire. We've had a shit full. We're not having no more of it. We want to be a republic. So you can see the fire damage on the side of there, can't you? It really does look like that building has been on fire. But you don't see that. And you don't feel that when you look at the photographs of Boston. I wonder why. Look at that. A lot of damage, wasn't it? So I'm guessing that's from a balloon, 1916. Probably a British balloon. And then they brought tanks in, and you see Mark II tanks here, brought from the trenches of the First World War, paraded through Dublin, and some of the more modern armoured personnel carriers at the time. And they were paraded through. I don't think Sinn Féin had too much of a chance then. Sinn Féin got rid of the statue of the famine queen. They're not really fussed on her after what happens with the famine in Ireland. That was under her orders. They had plenty of food there, but they were permitted to get it because she wants to starve a couple of million people to death for some reason, which is why she's called the famine queen. She was a bit of a dude. Sinn Féin rebellion, there you are, smoking ruins beside the Leafy River. So you can see where walls have collapsed, can't you? And they're all like still walls. You don't really see that in other photos. I'm going to keep an eye out for that. Walls falling and staying in like curtain wall and not falling into just single bricklets. So there they are, the Irish. Yay, going to give them what for? That's what we'd like to see. There's highly decorated stuff in Dublin. It's a very Phoenician city before they had the rebellion. I'm not sure what that is. It's some sort of military device. It looks like a boiler, but I can't think that they're boiling Sinn Féin. Who even knows? And look at that armoured tank they brought in. We've got a lot of armament. No wonder the place looks so fucked. That building's missing. So when I was last in Belfast, it was during the Troubles, and it was under like military, it was like, basically it was like a police state when I went there. But I noticed in the market, all the Protestants and the Catholics were getting on groovy together. I thought that was weird. It's like, what, you just throw house bricks at one another down the Falls Road in the evening and then all shop together in the day and get on again? Yes. A bit like Palestinians and Jews, isn't it? You'll get on together. Hi Campbell, love you bro. What's happening? Are you in India? What's happening, darling? Thanks for your email, love. Okay, there's not much left of that, is there? It's a haunting picture, the way the sun's coming through there. So these are Boston, as I said. What does that say? Hales honey. You still get that now. But look at them giant chunks of architecture, just massive. Yeah, something really bad happened in the city. And I tell you what, it's not what they fucking said. I don't see any fire damage on this. I just don't. See a little bit there, yeah. Just uncanny. So just to dig, right, they say it was a fire. So this side was on fire and the window smashed across the road. So there wasn't no blast, was there? How would they smash? Makes no fucking sense. No sense. None. And everything just lands in big bricks and stones like this. It's just uncanny. Did they do these men? Did they put all these in stacks? Because I tell you what, how did they lift them? In fact, how did they lift them initially to build the fucking buildings? God, it's just spooky. I think this is the center of Boston. Gone. All following his footprint, roads clear because they got the bulldozers that haven't been invented in to clear it. So suspicious. Yeah, I'm not seeing no fire fucking damage here. None. 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 Why isn't it blackened? Where's the fucking fire damage? Am I wrong? Well, this building, that looks completely gutted, doesn't it? There's nothing in the windows. So it's white, isn't it? The roof's off it. There was a fire. Why isn't it fucking black? With all of the flames pouring out the window, the roof's gone, guys. Am I missing something? Because that's not making sense to me, guys. I'm not no expert in fire fucking damage. I don't work for the fire department. But it's safe to say if a building's burnt down, there's going to be some sort of smoke damage. I'm not seeing any on any of them. I'm just not. I'm not. Where is the smoke damage on that fucking building? The roof's gone. Something else happened, guys. Looks like blast damage to me. Especially with them windows gone. Every major American city has had this happen. And you could just down to freak fires because it's spilt over oil lamps, etc. It's not working for me. I think we're on to the biggest case in history, a destruction of an entire civilization that we've captured in the photographic record. Just because it's not in the fucking history books doesn't say it didn't happen. This is the whole nature of a cover-up, guys. Is the documentation gets lost. This is what a cover-up is. Victory goes to the victors. We know this, don't we? Yeah. The people who were there, who got fucked up, they haven't got a voice in it, guys. They ain't got a say in it. So Masonic, all of it as well. It really screams a deliberate takeout. That building again with the roof off. Yeah, it looks seriously burnt, that, doesn't it? Look at it all blackened and cindered, that white building. Not. How the fuck is that possible? How's that possible? It's just miracles. Miracle upon miracle upon miracle. Sorry about that. Fucking. Excuse me. So, Waite Potter's state printers. So they put signs back up, and you've got the cavalry there, or the soldiers there. I'm guessing martial law, maybe. But it could be something else, couldn't it? Right. This church is gutted. So, I wonder what melted that stonework. It's like a laser has gone through there. Why isn't it burnt, and why does it look like it's melted? And the front. That's fucking weird, isn't it? Just really spooky pictures. And they combated the fire apparently with that little thing. Wow, I bet it pumped loads of water. And everything lands in bricks. It's just really weird. They got some water going. Wow, look at that, guys.
So why would they pose these men in this photograph when the city's in ruins is another question. Another question I'm going to bring up on the weekend is concerning star forts. I could collect, as I said, the hand wheels earlier. Iodon, much love, lovely. Lead van der Haar atlases from 1733. Okay, Lee van der Haar, the Dutch. And they show plans for all star forts in Europe. And then it occurred to me, hang on a minute, if these are meant to be military defenses and forts or bastions like they propose, why would you be giving your military secrets away? There's literally the plans for every single star fort in Europe in these books. Why would you give them away? You wouldn't if they were military. You wouldn't give the plans for your fort away to your enemy. It makes no fucking sense, guys. Which leads me to believe that they weren't actually star forts, weren't actually anything to do with battles or anything to do with bastions, full stop. Otherwise, they wouldn't be sharing the plans out with everybody, especially the enemies. In fact, there's no enemies because these books show German, Dutch star forts, French star forts, at times when these people are supposed to be having fisticuffs, the 100 Years' Wars and things like that. It just makes no fucking sense. Centurion liniment. Just look at that. They got some wooden shacks put up. I'm guessing that's for housing. I haven't seen any tents for the people to live in. Should be a lot of people homeless. You don't really see them in tents. Just an incinerated city. Really spooky. Incinerated city. Looks like Hiroshima. It's crazy how they got the streets cleared so much. God almighty, look at it. Still smouldering there though. And then you got a load of army in. I'm guessing that is for martial law. Maybe. Why's he got a drum? Why are they all armed? When you get a drum, when you bang the drum into battle, don't you? Makes you think, doesn't it? Like, did you have a war? I'm telling you. Look at this old building here. Let's have a look what that sign says. They've moved to 83 Lincoln Street, where the place actually exists. See, these buildings were steam pipe heated as well, like the Chicago places. You can see the existence of them still. That's ancient. So Great Fire of Boston, there it is in an engraving. There's that church again. Not seeing too much blackening on that though. Giant columns and pipes and stone. It's just, I find it fascinating. They got such a rich photographic record. No, this bugs me, this picture here. Oh, I get the firemen are cooling down this loads of piles of stone, but how did they become piles of little stones? How did fire turn a large masonry building into a couple of mountains of tiny bricks? And they are really tiny, if you look. How is that humanly possible? It's just the MO is not gelling, guys. It's just not with any of these events. Besides the fucking architecture. And how's it all fucking in piles? Who's doing all this? City's still on fire. Streets are clean. Only the odd bloke around in suits, all immaculately dressed. Just like Chicago, just like fucking San Francisco. It's a reset. Spooky as they come. Because it's an entire massive metropolis that's been reduced to this. Again, I can't see any fire damage on her. It's not blackened, but it looks bubbled and the outside has popped off. But where's the blacking? Surely there'd be blackening. So let's have a look at the civilians. Don't look too bugged. They are on nice clothes and stuff, haven't they? Sinister, Mister. See, blokes just posing. Are these the guys who moved all this giant masonry? Did you move that there, son, on your own? Did you? Shows you the size of the dressing and the stonework in this place. It's a massive city, massive steam pipe heated, ginormous buildings. Oh, God. Look at the size of that one.
And all of this was below ground level. There's the road. There's a mud flooder. See all these windows? Boom, 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 boom. Well, there's the road level there. So they would have been below ground level. And this event or whatever's happened has exposed it. Interesting. See that a lot. So I'll just whiz through these. I'm going to get onto some other images now. So yeah, I don't know what you think of that. I think that it's not fixing. I don't think this looks like fire damage. I think something else has happened. That melting inside of that church. You saw it's all incredibly spooky, guys. So I don't know what's going on. Weird. Okay. I'm going to come back for a brief second. I'm going to look at some more photos. I've got Central America. These are stunning photos. These, look at these. I'm going to show you them in a minute. Let me just stop sharing for a minute, come back and see what one. Got 584 of you turned up on a Thursday night. I'm truly grateful for that. That's a nice little crowd. So thanks for being here, guys. I got loads more. I got some groovy film to share with you in a minute. You're going to love this. It's a bit unusual, but somebody made a home film of the World's Fair in New York. See what you make of it. And also I've got a comedy film that I made a few years ago to end this video with after images of the day, which are also awesome. But first, we're going to look at some images of Spliff Up Bro, Phoenician, Central America, which is not what you think it is in these photographs. It gives you a completely different perspective. What do you think of Lucius Arian? Amy, I don't know what that is, lovely. Maybe I should. I don't know. Isabella, good to see you, my bro. What? Oh, Beetlejuice, I love. Good to see you as well. My screen, it's all just blued out. I hate it when it goes blue. Why is that? Oh, there you are. It's gone back. Squish Sniper, SR, good to see you. Chagger, Chonga, sorry, Adam, Spleep. Athena, good to see you. And Bob Sykes, my man. And there's Hippie Shake linking at my PayPal. Thank you, Hippie. And Geminin. Oh my God, Martin. It's life size. Wow, I've seen viewing on my cell phone. Well, stick around. We've got a lot more juice to come. Okay, make sure to share this out if you would be so kind. I'm sure it's publishable. It's not been too bad. Not yet. Okay, let's get back into the juicage, I think. So yeah, back flat today, guys. Make sure to Dawn, and there is Ann. Okay, good to see you all, guys. Thank you all for being epic. Make sure to stay epic. Above all, club fuck here. Times are strange, I know. I still got the shit in the handbag, but we got this. And right, I have faith and I have hope, and I know in my soul that all will be well. All will be well for everyone. Okay, just got a rocky road to go. Okay, we're on it. We got this. We got this. Millions and millions are waking up. Maybe catch you at the conference. Yeah. Come to some of the do's. There's 3 of them to choose from. Get your tickets now. There's plenty of time to think about making plans. But break pattern. Break pattern. Live a little, guys. Meet some people. Yeah. You never know. You might meet the love of your life, or anything can happen. You could get like a massive download of information. I'm going to splatter you, Brian, with things you never knew. It's going to be all epic. Okay. Awesome. Steps. Great group, not Star Force. Yeah, we don't do star things. Yeah, Lord Tangy, good to see you. The storyline makes no sense. It makes 0 fucking sense. Anyway, onward. Please share this out. And happy flat day, YouTubia. YouTubia, you're weird. Yeah. Okay, let's move. So we're having a look at some photos now of Panama, including Panama City, which is in the modern day, a massive metropolis where people go to do tax evasions or whatever, or money laundering. So there it is in the past, and we are looking at 1890 with Panama, and my God, they've got a lot to be, they got. The colonials are supposed to have built all of this cool stuff, okay? I'm not sure who built all this cronky shit, though. It looks absolutely ancient. You can see straight through that building. It's fucked. But they got a lot of this Antquitech sort of stuff going on. But they're not really look like I'm not getting the feel that they're builders, you know. So there we are, Panama. They got something to build soon. Apparently the Panama Canal, but I got a sneaking suspicion from Lead van der Haar, no, from Kirchner's books, that the Panama Canal was indeed there already. And all in photographs are just bullshit. And all the people who died making it are just bullshit. Bit like the Brooklyn Bridge and all the other things they make up. So check out that building there. That looks way old. It's got all grass growing on it. Oh, that's from a bygone era there, isn't it? Bygone. Okay. I bet they got a star fort here somewhere. Ooh, look at that. That looks 10 types of messed up, doesn't it? But that lady's got a nice frock on. So they got nice clothes and stuff. So Guatemala. Place I know very little about, except for the Phoenicians did, in fact, colonize the Caribbean islands and Central America, including Mexico. Look at that building there. Church. Looks like it's missing a spire maybe. Looks really old. And this thing here looks like something that's missing maybe. Whoa, but they got these things going on. So not really a backwater in Panama. They got some cool shit there, haven't they? And that, oh God, that looks more Mexican, doesn't it? Entrance to a cemetery. Oh, look at that picture there. Wow. This is the days before Noriego. That was his predecessor on a massive arch. Oh, that's a really good photo. Colorized. So I don't know. There's that thing again. What is it? Oh, it's a monument to Aspin Wall. I don't know what that means. To Aspin Wall. So it's just a monument. It does nothing, is there? Okay, if you say so. Right, there's the same picture in black and white. Not too many people around in this square, though, is there? That's that Boyd again. Same building. It's like the only good building in town, is it? Oh no, they got that. See, you know, there's a lot of old worlds all grown over and grassed over here, isn't there? I wonder why that is. Because there's a lot of old worlds grassed over and they haven't tarted it up yet. There's a man on a ladder there. Maybe it's the afternoon hanging session. Who knows? Oh, they got a star fort. There it is. There, Panama. The entire thing is a star fort. You see it? There you go again. Why would you show people your plans for your city? Your enemies could know how to take it over if you showed them the plans, which is why I think these things weren't defensive. Just don't believe it. And I think the fact that Lead van der Haar documents every star fort in Europe proves it, is what I think. It's number 38 on that lamppost there. They mark the lampposts. Oh, that's a ruin, isn't it? So similar, like repeated photographs. Not too much going on in these. A little bit of Phoenicia going on. It looks a bit piss poor. They got a railway line going through the centre of this street here. She's hanging out the washing, as you do. So I think Guatemala is a little bit posher than Panama. Let's have a look at Guatemala. They got a lot of Mesoamerican remains in Guatemala, which I'm not sure who you could attribute to. Maybe Toltec. Let's have a look. See, it's Phoenician. Even though it's Mexican or Central American, it's just, I can feel it. Okay, you got two heads. Serpent theme. Is this Coaxicatl? If it's a serpent, then it's the death cult Coaxicatl. But this is Guatemala. No, it is. It is. Okay, interesting. So these things from the old world, they say, but you know, the Aztecs are supposed to be there 1600s, weren't they? Mayans, 1st century AD, even though I can't see any difference between the cultures, even in their styling. Look at this, it looks so automatic. It's like a machine. Can you see that? Again with the two heads. But it definitely looks like a machine. Oh, this bit here. Isn't it? It's like technical. There's a guy. Is that feet? That's feet. I wonder what that could designate, guys. Some sort of machine they've seen in the past, and then they've just built a stone thing of it. So beautiful, dressed, what they call the Olympic stone from ancient places. I bet there's 1,000 ancient cities hidden in the jungles of Central America and the Amazon, unfound or deep. Cut all the wires off of that, guys. And that thing there. Yeah, but Guatemala's definitely got a Phoenician foothold. Reformer. And use Guatemalans. Let's have a look. Oh, yes, they look healthy and lovely. What I find is, you know, with North American Indians, okay, they look like Turkish people. These, they could be from Tibet, or they could be from Mongolia. Yeah, they look like Spanish people, or Mexicans, or Central Americans. They're related. They have to be. They look like so what are they doing on the other side of the pond is they were probably there already. Oh, nice people. He's a little baby. I'm playing in the water. It's a nice scene. I bet that's nice and cool. That water and boiling up Mexico. Ooh, Mexican lady. Oh, she's pretty. Beautiful. She's got herself a couple of cows. Sorted. Yeah, really nice. Beautiful shiny hair. Caro de Carmen, Guatemala City. Cool, that's changed in the modern day. Oh yeah, they got a lot of colonial things going on, yeah. She doesn't look Mexican at all, does she? She looks more maybe African. But yeah, you've got all the saints and all of that, the two opposing Tauruses. It's all the Phoenician bullshit going on that building. Erect monastery of San Francisco. Interesting. Another San Francisco that's been erect. St. Francis. It's always either St. David or St. Francis. There's a little kid there playing on the ruins. That's a big place, isn't it, that monastery? Oh, if this is 1890s, I wonder when that thing got built. Shit. Temple of Minerva. All right, okay. Temple of Minerva, guys. There it is right there. Bet that is a temple from them days. That one's not bricked off inside. Let's open one. There's donkey there. Yay, love donkeys. Could be a mule. Could be an ass. Jesus had an ass, didn't he? Or a mule. They're awesome, aren't they? Got crosses on the back. Look at this thing. So it's a totem. It's made of stone, maybe. I think so. And it is incredibly high. I wonder how deep it actually goes. That's in the jungle. Sorry. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Oh, look. I bet they never knew they were going to be seen in 2024, these people. They look lovely. They're lovely people. Really spotless and everything. There's not many about, though. Don't get any cars. They're not invented. Bird's eye view. Again. Must be from a tower. Oh, shit. Look at this. Crumbling remnants of Antigua. Oh, we're in Antigua. What is that? Bit of an old fort. Okay. groovy. Let's move on. Oh, I haven't seen too many mud-flip buildings in this place. Not yet. So look at these. Oh, God. But what we see is a lot of destruction, smashed up monasteries and stuff. I wonder what happened. Antigua 1957, that was. Columbus Monument in Guatemala again. And he's standing on a ball. He discovered it. And then he wrote the Bible. He's pointing his finger down, going, "Kneel, bitch, kiss my ring. I discovered the world, the new world." It was there already. Seems to be a bit of a haze going around that pole. And you've got a bunco booth, or what they call a bandstand. See on the side of there, the laurel leaf, which you get around the azimuthal equidistant United Nations flat earth map with 33 subdivisions on the map, which is a bit of a calling card from them, isn't it, really? More ruins, acres of ruins, Antigua, so acres of ruins, old world stuff. I bet these kids are wondering what it's all for. So, who built this stuff? Ancient Athens, Antigua of ancient Athens. So I'm just trying to register that. Antigua, the ancient Athens of the Occident, and Vulcan de Aqua. Wow. Earthquake. All right, so they have had earthquakes there. Earthquake, mighty shock, crumble to dust, San Francisco church. Crumble to dust. So that's what happened to that. They had earthquakes. Oh, God. Phoenicians have definitely been here, though. Angels will wear thee home. Will bear thee home. It's the cemetery. Beautiful work, so. And then Cherubanuskis, they love to bring the grape because, as I said, Phoenicians are drug dealers. And they come into port, and it's them that have always brought the corrupting things, coupled with that eating us from the inside out with cultural Marxism, which is really very transparent at this stage. You can see the way everyone's thinking, everyone's wired to negativity, bad energy. I seen it the other day. I made a post about love being the answer, and I didn't get many likes. Not many people were interested. But when I said everyone's going to fucking die, I had like 500 likes. It's like, what? It's like everyone just wired to bad energy and bad news. What about hope and love? Just saying. So, what are the horned ones in antiquity? Seems to be a lot of horny ones in antiquity, including Moses. So, was there like a commonplace in the past to have horned people? Martin Lika, haha. 6 alpha. Did I say something funny? So there we got another Greek sort of Bacchus type stone relief, but he's got horns. But you see Bacchus and Pan with horns as well. And there's Moses. In Greek art, Moses is shown with 2 horns. So Moses is a horny one too, but he had loads of kids, so that makes sense. In the modern day, there's some examples in photography of people in the modern day with horns. This one is from Congolese photographic collection, shows a guy who's horned. And in the modern day, this lady's in China, and she'd had one cut off by the look of it, but she got another horn coming out. No, 16 alpha. Oh, God, no. Jeez. I don't think negativity even exists in Flight of British Think Tank. So this guy, he's got a weird hat on because is he possibly hiding his horns? And is this the case in a lot of cases in the Middle Ages where you see these crazy people with these strange headdresses and these, which are definitely, I think, hiding horns. What about him? Him with little hands and the weird face. He's got
He's got horns, hasn't he? So there seems to be a lot of commonality with horns in history. Papal hats, the fish hats. Is it possible that some of the papal pricks of the past also had horns? A bit like Satan or the devil's supposed to have horns, isn't he? The horned one. Yeah. Also, little hoofs on his feet. Hoofy woofies. Yeah. They've got little hoofy woofies. There he is, Moses. Moses in Germany, in Wiki, a statue. He's got like, yo, I just bought a iPhone tablet. I got a new tablet. It's got some rules on it. Thou shalt not kill unless you're fighting for my army. Then it's okay to kill. Okay, it's a really weird sort of rule set that they've got going on, isn't it? Anyway, we're going to come back to some images in a minute. I've got loads of images to see. Awesome pics of the day are going to come up in a minute. As you can see, we got some beauty going on. But let me just see if that come up. Excuse me. What we got here is, if it just showed up. Oh, Dawn. Archaics loves Martin. Please support his hard work. $50. Oh my God, I so appreciate that. That's lovely. Oh, thanks so much. Oh, $50. Okay, they never come up. So let me come back to the Hiya. I'm going to share screen again because I got a video to you all to watch that I'm sure you're going to enjoy. I've got a few videos along this, and we've got images of the day and more groovy pictures. So it's going to be good. Don't worry. Trust me. Okay. So what we got here is a homemade video that thank you, Pamela. Shiva, Shiva, we love you. Shiva, we do. Right. So this is the New York's World's Fair in the early 60s. And what you find is, for some reason in the World's Fair, okay, they require a lot of nudity. I don't know. It's not me that made the World's Fair. And what also they do is, these ladies are called sun worshippers. What we have here is an exhibit of partially naked females with a fence around them, so people can look at them like zoo animals. And they have like seafood bras on. I never noticed that till just now. No, that's actually not true. So yeah, what is their job is they have to just play ball, walk around like that with the 1960s and 50s fuller figure. Okay, and these are actually females, which is rare in the modern day, as you well know. Okay, so what they are is they exhibits. Okay, this is awesome. This is the best part of the video. So she cavorts around. Look at me. I do this in my back garden every day. It's completely normal to cavort around like this. I'm going to do some more cavorting. And what you find is that there's a lot of gentlemen by the fence watching these ladies, because they're an actual exhibit in the World's Fair is women. In case you never knew what they were. Have you ever seen a woman? No, not really. Well, look in there. There's loads of them and they have hardly anything on. Really? Yes. So they have to do that all day. And they're paid bucks, spliff, booze, skimping around, walking stupid like a monkey. So how very avant-garde anyway, isn't it? Hanging around naked in the 1960s. Oh yeah, it's very avant-garde. But they're not naked, but you know what I mean. I noticed they're really big girls, aren't they, as well? Look at the size on her hips. Jesus Christ. Powerful girls. Oh, she actually is a powerful girl. She's actually telling you. Far from the fold. So yeah, these are home movies. OnlyFans 1876, Isabella. No, it's not. These are exhibits. Yeah, it is. It's more or less is. It is. Yes, it is. Okay, I can see that. If you go to the church, you can go to only nuns. Yeah, it's like the Vatican porn thing. Only nuns. Yeah. God, she's really disgusting. Can't believe they're doing this. Confucius say, what you can't take with you, better to use shirt. Oh, I completely concur with that. I think that's true. In fact, I'm going to celebrate that fact right now. Can't take it with you, guys. You can't take it with you. Enjoy it while you got it. Yeah. And I guess that includes the human body. So they got a lot of fucking vices, these women, haven't they? Smoking and drinking and bonging. She's having a bong. No, she's not. It's the bench. Gosh, she's a bit of a klutz, isn't she? Pick it up, Butterfingers. Okay, what we got here? We got a chicken. We're going to sacrifice it for Satan, our master. Oh, no, you can't kill it. Yeah, we're going to eat it later. And we'll also wear 2 pairs of underpants so no one can see our pubes. Yeah. Oh, we're having a game of jacks. Okay, we know that game. Yeah, never mind stepping on Lego. Step on a fucking jacks. Then you'll complain. I know. Maybe women of the 1950s had bigger nipples or darker nipples than the ones. Look how big she is. Jesus. It's like a sumo fucking wrestler. Huh? Phew. Fucking crush you. Anyway, so yeah, there's other things in this. Like, I'm going to make, I might put, there's a giant till. See this till? It's a giant till. It's a till for giants, yeah? Oh, I guess stranger. They got one exhibition here where they haven't got any clothes on at all. This is a whole video of strange exhibits of partially dressed females. Juggage, yes, Michael. That's right. So this is Romantic Life magazine, yeah? So what I do is that's romantic. What, hugging a knight, scantily dressed. It's a strange reality, isn't it? Breathing. She is. I can see her breasts lifting up and down. There, Shiva. I think she's definitely breathing. Okay, we have another breather. This one looks like she means more business. I'd watch out if I were you. Whip it real good. Breaking mama's back. Okay, here's a skier. She's on trial. Skiing can mean something completely different, can't it? You know. She looks like a picture, but she's actually a real female. She looks Swedish too. So yeah, it's a strange old thing, isn't it? She had to stay like that 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day. No, it's not cold, Goblin. It's gone mild. But I can see what you mean. It's cold for her. Look, she's had enough. Her back's going, and she wants to go to the toilet. She's at. I can hear her. She's. Oh shit! That was it. So we got artists. Oh, it's not warm. They got headscarves on. So what we got here is monkeys, but they do train. Oh God, hang on. Let's have a look at voting. There's some good voting going on here. Okay, this is what you should do on your Thursday night: is go vote. Okay. No, watch Flat Earth British. It's much better. I don't know, Marilyn. It's the weird world. I don't know. They do it. Look at her. It's like them avant-garde dancers in leotards, isn't it? They just fling themselves around. This looks really fucking ridiculous. I wish somebody would tell them and stop them. Mind you, that was a long time ago, so there's no point chastising them for being stupid. Anyway. Yeah, go on. Go vote. Jump into the air. Spread your legs. Feel the air. Fountain Lakes at night. Okay, that's not it. Women cannot. I not read that. So yeah, it's a bit derogative to women, isn't it? But they get paid a lot of money anyway. So for doing this. Oh, they got beautiful bongs there. There's a guy having a bong. All right, he might be glass blowing, but I think he's glass blowing a glass bong, actually. There's cows for eating later. And here's some people, normal people. There's a red coat from Butlins on his day off. Oh, and some dancers. I think these are all actually females. I think the men are females. Yes, they are. So they're all actually females. Yes, they are females. I'm sure it's all quite innocent. It's the 1960s, isn't it? It's not like 2024. Martin's Juice, Conga. Yeah, I got shitloads of videos. I could play them for like 10 hours solid and amuse you, but you know, time is moving on. Yeah, they're shit dancers, isn't they? And you're Scottish girls with kilts on. Okay, wee lassies from New York City. Doing that thing as they do. Drumsticks, smell them. Smell the drumsticks. I wonder why they smell the drumsticks. I wonder where they've been. I don't know, it's really weird. Smell them drumsticks. Sniff them. So let's just move on, see what's going on. It's the same sort of thing as the expositions, different countries like Canada, and they show you what the shit's about. Argentina. Oh, look, Argentina's got stuff. Poland's got stuff. Chile's got a building. Only the one. It's a bit chilly. So yeah, it shows you the world's stuff. And they're women, which is what people are actually interested in. Anyway, we're moving on. That's a nice building. Okay. I'm coming back because I am going to put on another video for your entertainment for a minute. Okay, guys, watch this. Entertain yourself. There's 574 of you watching, which is awesome. Enjoy this. It's only a 10-minute video I made in the past, and it's going to give me a little break for a minute, and then I'm going to do awesome picks of the day and other picks. The awesome picks, there's some questions involved in them awesome picks, and some trips down memory lane also in these awesome picks. So do stick around. I'm sure you will enjoy. And here we're going to go with a bit of education of history, stuff you may not known about. Okay, this is 21st century calling, and you may have seen this once in the past. I've shown this years ago, and this is Lucy and Timmy, and they're learning all about the world the hard way, which is good. Okay, tough love. Okay, here we go.
Century 21 calling. What we have here is a bit of footage from a highly futuristic New York World's Fair 1964. What we find is a couple of all-American teenagers, Lucy and Timmy, that have been let out into the world for the very first time. They actually don't know shit about shit, as you will see. So let's follow the adventures of Lucy and Timmy as they visit the World's Fair. It's quite a mind blow. So first, they have a monorail, which I have always loved. I've always loved monorail. I had one for my 8th birthday, but it got smashed at my birthday party. Unfortunate. So yeah, they have a massive monorail. Here they are. Here they are. Oh, look, Timmy, isn't it fantastic? Look, birds. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. Well, yeah, well, we've been locked in Grandma's basement for the last 14 years. Yeah, it's really dark and miserable, wasn't it? It's lovely out here. It's bright and shiny and colourful. Look, look. Oh, this is fantastic. Look, wave at the other people. They're waving back. I didn't see them. It was too quick. Yeah, but we can pretend that we've seen them. Ah, look. Oh my God, it's a fairground, a wheel going round and round. Isn't that fucking hysterical, Timmy? Yeah, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Oh, wow. Oh, we're coming in. We're coming in. Right, let's go and have a visit. I don't think we should hang around. I think what we should do is definitely push in front of everyone like a couple of hysterical teenagers. Yeah, yeah. No, let's not wait. Excuse me, we were first. Up the way, up the way. Excuse me, ginger woman. So let's run, Timmy. Let's run. Oh, I'm so excited. Actually wetting myself. Yeah, me too. I'm a bit piddly. Oh, wow, look, it's so big. What's happening? What's that? It's a flying thing. I don't know what it is. We'd be locked in Granny's basement. Oh, my God, what is that? We're definitely going up that, aren't we, Lucy? Yes, we're going to go up that, Timmy. It's very tall, isn't it? What is that? What is that? Oh, the balloons. Okay. Oh, candy floss. Doesn't it taste wonderful? Yeah, it tastes really, really nice. Oh, fairground. This is where you can win a goldfish and lose all your money and vomit everywhere. Let's go on the waltzes. Guaranteed vomit on them. Oh, look at that guy with the duck's ass haircut. He nearly got his head chopped off by the bottom of that cut. Oh, it's so exciting. Oh, it's the best day of my life. Ever, ever, ever. Oh, except that one Christmas when I was bought that Brussels sprout. But this is beautiful. Ah, look at these flags. I wonder what they mean. Oh, look, I've heard of China. Oh, that was brilliant in there. The Thai Sharawang. Oh, yeah, we had a great time. But let's not walk. Let's run. Let's just ignore everybody and run. Oh, it's so carefree. Should we get in here? Yeah. Should we get somebody to push us around? Like a little chowwalla. Oh, no, you do it, bitch. Okay. Okay. So, oh, Mohans. Oh, can I touch you? You're nice. Can I touch that too? You're nice. Oh, really? Can I cock the feel? No, no, you can't, you dirty guy. Yeah, nice Chinese ladies. So, what we got here? Oh, Peppy. Oh, no, it's Peep. Shall we go in there? There might be naked ladies. I'm 14. I'm old enough. No, you won't be looking at any of them. Oh, look, there's some ladies from a foreign country. Are you Red Indians? No, but we are Indian. American States Exhibit. Now, this American Science Exhibit, wow, this is going to blow my freaking mind off. What is everything? I don't know. Stop touching me. You can't keep your hands off me. Anyway, well, we have been locked in that basement for the last 14 years. So, oh my, what is going on? I don't know. I can't stop running. It's probably all that ketamine I had before I left the house. Nanny gives it to me in my cornflakes. It's to fortify them, she says. Look, it's communications. What does it mean? I don't know. Wow, this is fantastic. Oh, I piddled a bit again. Oh, what do you think, Timmy? Shall we touch it? Shall we eat them? Shall I jump in it? Is this the DNA strand before it's actually been discovered? Oh, yeah, look, they're playing cards with the DNA strand, possibly. What does this mean? Timmy, what does this mean? It looks absolute nonsense. Is it heliocentrism? Yes, we just walk on. We just ignore that. It's pathetic. Look, bite the head off a pigeon. It costs $10. Look, we're going to gas the pigeon and then miraculously being it back to back. It's a dove. It's a dove. The dove from above has miraculous talents and high-end intelligence and is programming this computer for us. In fact, the secret is that a dove and a pigeon are actually programming the entire internet. This is the early days of communication, obviously, 1964. So they have brass bands for, virtual music overs. And very exciting as well. So what's the deal anyway with this guy? Oh, he's going to go and grab her. No, he slipped on a banana skin. He's gone back again. Right, let's do some more. We don't actually get puffed up, do we? No, we don't. Should we go and look in there? It looks like it's about Bell. Oh, it's Bell Systems, Communications, and Modern Things. Let's look. Look, fuck the people. Just run through. Don't even buy a ticket. Right, modern switchboard. Oh, look, Timmy, there's buttons and everything. Shall I push one? You keep me away from them. I'm a bit of a button pusher, actually, Lucy. I was meaning to tell you. Yeah. Well, I'm getting to know this as you're getting older, Timmy. Oh, look, it's a really, really nice white phone. Right. Well, let's just ignore the people on Skype calls because that's not really important. Let's move on to this lady who's going to give us basically an education on new communication device. Hello, what's your name? Your name's Timmy. I'll name you Timmy. Look, let me touch you, Timmy. Let me put this box in your top pocket. Okay, now, what's going to happen here? What's your name? My name's Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Would you please ring that number, just number 1? I'll do. Oh, I can hear you from the speaker, Timmy. Stand back. Yeah, you can hear me. Look, I'm touching it. I took it out without actually being told to take it out. I'm prompted. I did well. Thank you. Anyway, the next one. So, what we got here, this is the modern day computer. This will someday everybody will have one, and basically you get a printout of your communications with, if you have any friends, a friend. Well, I haven't. We've been locked in the basement, but it's a man saying dirty things. Put the phone down. Yeah, that happens a lot. The phone. So what we got here? Oh, right, it's a giant phone. Right, dial and see where it stops and see what person you answer to. Okay, because a random person in New York will pick up the phone and say hiya, which is not really that safe in the modern world if you're 14. Anyway, so this is what all communications will look like in the future. What's your name? Timmy? What's your name? Lisa? Lucy? Timmy. Hi, bye. God, they're dense. Button phoning. Oh, let's have a go with this. Are we still pushing in? Are we still not paying? Obviously. Well, this lady looks clever. Hello, lady. Oh my God, what are these two creepy kids? Look, numbers, if you put them in a phone in a specific order, you can actually telephone and communicate. Wow, that's so fascinating. Let's have a go. Let's ring our grandmother. Okay, we're out, Granny. We are out of our prison, and it's lovely. Feels so fresh, so clean. God, they were dense. Electronic central officing services. No, let's check this out. Now, this lady seems really nice looking. Let's go and have a look. Oh, Timmy. Oh, Hello, nice lady. Hello, Lucy. Hello, Timmy. Wow, that's really scary. She knew our names already. Anyway, what we're going to tell you here is a big secret that nobody must know. If you tell anybody, we'll have to kill you. But what it is actually is one day in the far off future, you'll be able to see my face on a television screen. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, you want to think of the implications of what is going to happen in the future. There's going to be a giant computer who's going to be the biggest brain ever, and it's going to come to a combination of 42. No, that's not true. What it's really going to do is going to be programmed by a dove from above. Let's see how this goes down. It's going to be really, really technical. You see, in 50 years' time, everybody will have a device. What fantastic. Yeah, you can bring that Pornhub, or you can bring Kill Your Granny, Dial M for Murder. That's always a popular one in this time period. Hi, you're late home, Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah, I went to visit Granny. She said what big eyes she got. She got big eyes and she got big teeth. I'm going to ring Granny, see if she's taking that crack cocaine again. Granny. No, she seems fine. Hi, Granny. Are you okay? You're really cross with me. Yeah. So, dun dun dun, dun 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 dun, dun dun dun. That's the music, flashy lights. So a white phone. You've got to watch white phones. They're really sinister. Hello. Hi, Granny. Oh, you're back to Granny again. Do you see how Little Red Riding Hood never got a face bit off and everything went back to normal? And do you know what we can thank for that? The innovation of the telefilm. Okay, I've been learning something good here today. Now, what we got to see, our next victim, our next actor, is a lady called Amanda, and she's going to ring somebody who's not actually her husband while her husband is out. Let's see how this goes down. Yeah, he's not picking up. He's not picking up because he knows that she's no good for him. So she's discussing it with a friend. Yeah, he might ring tonight. Yeah. Hang on, I'll ring her. I'll pretend I'm you. Hello, Frederick. Yeah, she's not here right now. Yeah, but she's married, you know, but I'm single. Hi, yeah. I was actually thinking of giving her a bounce anyway. Give it to me. Give him to me. No, fuck off. I'm having the sailor. Oh, hi, sweetie. As you can see, life is a bit complicated when you get older, as I have found out myself. Here is my mother. She talks to me on the phone also. Hi, daughter. Oh, you're such an annoying bastard. You still working at the phone depot? Yeah. I don't love you anyway. Bye. So mother's not very nice, a bit like all mothers, really, or some mothers. So now she's ringing somebody else. I wonder who it is. I wonder if it's Frederick. I wonder if it's Frederick the sailor is coming home on leave and he's visiting Amanda's mother. Isn't that a pleasant outcome? Maybe not. I reckon she could be nuisance calling. She's nuisance calling. Yeah, my mother is actually a narcissist, as you will find most mothers are. Right, psychopath. Look at those eyes. Yeah, that is complete and utter contempt for humanity. Look at her. She's writing stuff down. She's collecting information on you all. This, by the way, will not happen in any regard, in any way in the future. Okay, no phone calls will ever be listened to, or no information will be collected, or any data. So everything you do in the future will be completely private. Well, that's fantastic. Is that so? Well, nobody will know anything. Yeah, nobody will know anything you get up to in the future on the telephone. Okay, so everything's going to be prim and proper. No funny business. So here's Amanda. She's checking if her roast is done because she left it in the oven when she went out to work at 8 o'clock this morning. A man in a garage with his wife, who's baking to death, is actually a three-way conduit to switching on the air conditioning to get in the beef joints fumes out. I noticed they don't have to tether their dogs to cut the grass in this, but they get the sprinklers on to get the little nuts off. So this guy's actual designation in life is his wife waits outside. He sorts out the whole of reality from a telephone box. Yeah, isn't it fantastic? And who knew? There's loads of these little men helpers, we're lady helpers too, that set up reality before it actually collapses. Yeah, this is true. Sometimes they get it wrong and they make things go missing. Right, here's our supercomputer. This one was basically programmed by a horde of Excel. Yeah, I know, but they are really, really intelligent. So what we got is communication satellites that will never ever work. It come up with the Brian of Arthur C. Clarke, who you don't know about yet, but you will in a year or two. So we'll come up with a lot of stuff that is going to make you believe by repeating it all the time. So Well, that was an exciting night. Lucy, do you any chance of copying a few? No, look at that. It's going up. It's going. Yeah, sidetracked. No cases. We're going to maybe go up that really, really, really long thing. Shall we? Okay, let's run, shall we? Should we run through the water? Let's run again like a couple of idiots. But it hasn't worn off yet, all that drugs. So we're going up in the lift with a load of people who are the Prisoner TV series from Puff Marion. Okay. Oh, there's Alaska. Oh, is it really? I've seen it on a map. Oh, it's closer than I thought. Yeah, the maps are perceptive, aren't they? Oh my God, I'm feeling really pukey. It's so high. Wow, isn't it fantastic? How long do you think it's been here? Oh, it's been here forever, Granny told us. It was built in the days of Tartaria. Oh, she does tell some truths there. Oh, yeah. And she feeds us pretty well. Look how clean and tidy we are. Yeah, we're all American children, aren't we? Yeah, with English accent. It's really weird, isn't it? The narrator is not very good at American accents, it would seem. Lucy, Timmy, I love you, Lucy. Timmy, you're just weird. You're also my brother. Oh, isn't it beautiful? It looks real. Yeah, try not to stick your finger through it. Oh, I'm leaning on you. Oh, it's such a romantic ending. Bell systems. Cluage. Enjoy.
That was a happy little thing, wasn't it? I don't know what happened there. It doesn't even matter. Okay. Timmy and Lucy. We love them. They're trying. You can see that they're trying. Right now, the storyline makes a lot of sense, Loyal Tangy. Okay, they're finding their way in the world. They're 14. They haven't seen the world before. They've been locked in a basement. And now they're out in the world, learning all about the telephone. It's really interesting. Okay. So tickets to FEB gatherings, as you can see, if you missed the start of this post, FEB gatherings in a few weeks' time. And I'm in another Flat Earth meet in Bournemouth very shortly, in a week or so. And Knights of the Round Table also booked for the end of next month. So there's loads, and they're all linked up down below. Get out of the house, break pattern, make some cool shit happen. Okay, I'm going to be there to welcome you with open arms. It's going to be fucking epic. Okay, right, images of the day. There's going to be some funny stuff. There's going to be some mud flood. There's going to be some questions, but we're going to have a dip down memory lane. If you are in the age group of around 50 or 56 or around there, because I'm 56, okay, then you're going to remember some of these things that I'm going to be showing you. Okay, from bygone age. This is history because it's from years ago and it's antique. Anything over 25 years antique. So it is valid. Okay, here we go. Awesome picks of the day. My awesome picks of the day. I'm going to have some fun. Okay, here we go. So yeah, this week I posted about immaculate art, flawless art, and the mind blow behind it all, guys. It really is an unbelievable subject. It's just hard to believe that these things have been chiseled by, men when you've got, separate hairs and, exhibits lace and eyelashes and stuff. There's something else going on, and they seem too lifelike. Were they people? Stoned people. Is what I was surmising. And this is a master artwork in one chunk of marble. Apparently, it's a hermaphrodite. So don't get lusting on its bum too soon, because it's got more than you're bagging for. Here's a really cool reset picture. And there's many of these painting. There are many of these schools. Even Turner, the English artist, covered reset. But you can see these are the survivors, guys. The classical world has fallen. All of it is smashed. The stone building smashed. You can see the mud is actually grassed over, but people are just living in in the remnants of the old world, discovering what they can again, making sense of it all. My guess is it took a while. The inventories of inventions and stuff, they didn't invent shit all in the 1800s. They went through what was existing from the past and they reinvented stuff, is what they did.
Nothing new is under the sun. And these things in temples, so they look like aircraft engines. They are definitely some sort of high level technosmia technologies to do with vibration, sound, possibly light as well, I feel, which is beyond us right now because it's not active, but it is mind blowing. It is highly advanced, ancient, what they call ancient inverted commas technology. Beautiful. I'm not sure what that is, but she's got horns as well. And there you are, life. That's cemetery artworks. I literally got a large collection of cemetery artworks. They are just absolutely mind-blowing to see that they are masterworks in just normal cemeteries. You know, that none of them look very happy, but you know, they need to level up like the rest of us. Okay. So what's this? Dark source. Now this is basically you could put into the kin of viruses in the computer, or some people say demons. I say electrical forces because everything, you know, is electrical in this place. So here's some of envy, sloth, or sloth, eating a lot, wrath, gluttony, that's stuff in your face, pride, Lucifer is pride, lust is that one there, greed is that one there, mammon. So yeah, apparently all the different things that are like part of the normal human condition, you can attribute to like sin and demons. But I bet you any money the fucking church made that, right? Sigil for Lucifer is a chalice. I can see a lot more going on with that sigil, but the sigil for Lucifer appears as a chalice, which represents creation, the fertile darkness awaiting and ready to unfold possibilities. The purpose of it is that of an instrument of visual invocation during ritual. By performing an appropriate ritual, the sigil acts as a gateway to invoke and bestow the power and presence of Lucifer, or the light giver. Interesting that it looks a bit like Baphomet, doesn't it? It's got like the horns. So I feel like the Baphomet thing anyway is taken up the sigil, but at the end of the day, these are piezoelectric forces and these are electrical charts, if you like, and you get all of the same with Solomon sigils. They are electrical charts. These are electrical prints, if you like. It's hard to imagine that this is actually not a human being, but a statue, isn't it? Just the most mind-blowing thing. And beautiful. And what are they telling us? So I covered also this week the work of Piranesi, my favorite engraver. People were asking me today, how did he achieve this? He achieved it through etchings, the etching technology. But I think there's a lot more going on. They're too intricate. They're too some sort of like photographic, maybe onto silk screen, bit like I suggested with Vanda. So this thing is out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. As far I don't know what city it is, but it's in Ohio. Oh, there's no city there, but in Ohio. You've got the top of a very large building just sticking out of the middle of nowhere. No roads, no nothing, just a massive, big Tartarian building sticking up out of the ground. Where's the rest of the world? They found it. So yeah, I visited Nottingham. My friend Mel, she might be in chat now. She stayed up on a boat. And we had a little visit around Nottingham town centre, and it is the most mud flooded place. It is amazing. The whole place is full of like caves, and there were so many clues. Excuse me, it just all blew up my fucking thing. So you can see there, these old style buildings are absolutely fantastic. And this bit here, this fake rock, is basically fiberglass. I posted on a short. But these doorways go into a cliff that is under this old castle, which isn't a castle, by the way. You get a lot of these sort of looks melted stone, but it goes down onto this stuff, which is fiberglass. There's a lot of fakeness going on. Half-buried doors going into the underworld, whatever is under that castle, which is a catacomb of a vast expanse of caves that go all the way into Nottingham. It is mind-blowing. Interesting, these blackened bricks looks like they've been burnt a little. In fact, there's a lot of it looks like it's been burnt a little. And these doors, you know, you can go into these cave systems all the way into Nottingham through these doors to an underground world, which is now cut off. You can't go to them. Found the same in Lincoln as well. Apparently in Lincoln they had underground world, and they sheltered in there in the Blitz in World War II, and then after they closed them off. And they've done it with most British cities that have these things. Nottingham is no different. You just can't go under them. They won't let you. I noticed behind this brick facade was red brick. And I've seen a couple of examples. There's another one behind this brick was a course of red brick. So, you know, there was red brick involved in that building at some stage. There's part of the castle tower and all that melted stuff underneath it, which is sandstone from ancient sandstone. And there's a large entrance there, which you can't go to, or there. It takes you under that, inside that cliff. And there's an ancient old world lamppost, still in Nottingham, still got them today. A really interesting city, far older than Cardiff, where I come from. This stuff's been here for a long, long time. This is the oldest pub in Great Britain, the old trip to Jerusalem, and is cited as 1189 AD is when that pub was there. And apparently the Knights Templar congregated here before they went off and sacked Jerusalem, finding all sorts of goodies. Easter's coming, and they're having an anal egg hunt on the 12th of April. Free family event, Lakewood Springs. So yeah, if you can make it, they're having an anal egg hunt. I don't know what that is. So this is a picture of this is in Dublin, and this building here is supposed to be built in like 1860s, but in this photograph it is covered in shit. How come? There's no motor cars. Maybe it's just the Industrial Revolution. Talking of the Industrial Revolution, this painting is of Liverpool in Lancashire, but I looked into it. I did some research. Apparently, they had lots of textile mills which were run by water wheel. So what the chimney stacks are for, and all that fuck ton of smoke, why the artist did that when the mills were water run is beyond me. But they got some unbelievable Tartarian architecture in Liverpool still today. Just unbelievable. This is the Liver building with the liver birds on top, whatever that means. And they use children to work these places, these mills. Some of them were you could operate with your feet, pedal system would run the loom, and other times a water wheel. But it didn't get electric till much, much later. So what them stacks were for is beyond me. Look, we found another building. Yoo-hoo! This is ours. We're keeping it. So that's what happened. They found it out in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's crazy, isn't it, guys? Yeah, children pedals. Yeah, as Bell mate, they did. So dog heads. Sorry, but my screen is like embiggened. I can't do fuck all about it. Let me try to do something about that. Okay. Get down, get down. So it won't, because my screen embiggened. So as a dog head, he's eating a carrot and he's wearing a nice little dress. You get like a dog head skeleton, but I can't really tell you whether that mummified dog head is real or not, but it's on the internet. And there's a dog head who's in clothes and he's being killed by, no, he's killing the knight. They're killing one another. Okay, so there was dog people in the past. Excuse me. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to exit screen. I'm going to come back for a second. I'm going to put that fucking right. Excuse me. Excuse me. And check what's going on. Okay. Sorry about that. My screen went. Am I there? Yeah, I got 493. I've retained you for all this time. I'm so awesomely grateful. Thank you, guys. So I got more images to show. I'm just going to sort it out in a minute because I just embiggened it and it went fucking weird. I don't like when it happens because I can't show the whole image, if that makes any sense. So let me just bring them up again. And this time normally. And I got some links to share with you at the end of the show, which will be approximately in about, we'll be going for 2 hours, maybe 20 minutes. Should be all right. Okay. Excuse me. Let me get back to my awesome images. Okay, we're back. So let me just share screen a second. Awesome images of the week. And they're back. Okay. Okay. So back to sharing images. Sorry about that. They went big. So this is in India. You were in, oh yeah, be a guy. You said, man, listen, you might have been there at the same time as me. Bro, I'm having a meetup. Make sure you come down, yeah? Bring your Love in Las Vegas thing. Anyway, apparently, you cook your family member or cremate them, if that's indeed what's going on, in the street outside the house. Well, I guess that's what's going on, because you can see a pair of hands in here. It's what he would have wanted. I hope they're not eating it. But yeah, back to the earth, ashes to ashes, funk to funky. We know Major Tom's a junkie. So check out the Beatles. Tavistock Institute, social engineering for the masses for a long time. They are so antichrist, they shock me, which isn't easy, by Beatles press officer. And there's the Beatles holding crosses upside down. Fucking chills. So, schools programs on BBC Telly when you never went to school in the 1980s. If you're British, do you remember Wordy? Do you remember Wordy? This is Wordy. Yeah, it teaches you words. I don't remember this guy for the life of me, which is really weird because I totally remember Wordy. Really weird. Monkey! Okay, you all know about Monkey, don't you guys? Yeah. So Monkey, he was born of a mountain and he became magically fertile. Yeah. Do you know about that? Let me explain to you. So there's Monkey. Okay. There's Foggy. Okay. And there's Pigsy. And there's Tripitaka, who I don't know if he's a boy or a girl. It's difficult to say, but he can summon up a cloud and fly around. And he was born of a mountain and became magically fertile, as I mentioned earlier. Do you remember this program, Saturday mornings? Monkey magic, monkey spagic. This is Champion the Wonder Horse. Do you remember this? Champion the Wonder Horse. Like a streak of lightning riding through the sky. Like a mighty cannonball, it seems to ride. Do you remember? It's fucking brilliant. He was better. He was like Lassie on acid. Now, this is a good film. Do you ever see this film? I'm writing a letter to Daddy. So there's Joan Collins, who was apparently a bit of a nutcase and had a bit of a weird court case going on about cruelty to children or something. And she's playing the same role in this movie, weirdly enough, where she's gaslighting her because she's a psycho. This is Betty Davis Eyes. And basically, it's a really good story, whatever happened to Baby Jane. And the story, she's an Hollywood star and she's like, no one loves me anymore. So she serves her a rat on a platter and tortures her crippled sister. Oh, it's a fucking hard film to watch, but it's a classic. So I had an auntie once who caught a titty in a mangle. It is advisable if you are mangling your sheets is not to be topless because your titty can get caught in a mangle. And did you have a mangle? Well, they actually like drain clothes in the olden days. We had these. They're called mangles. Don't get your titty caught in there. Right. Is this not beautiful? This is dandelions, and they are beautifully showing us Fibonacci and sacred geometry, and they are beautiful. Look how nature is so encoded. Do you know why? Because when you get down to it, it's all ones and fucking zeros is why. And that proves it. How can you have such perfect mathematical geometry out of nature? Almost like it's been designed that way, which it has with mathematics. So he's a big guy, isn't he? He's in outside of a palace in the Great Exposition, and he's Uncle Sam. He's Uncle Sam and he's a giant. I wonder who Uncle Sam actually was. Oh no! Planet of the Apes. Did you notice on the Planet of the Apes when Charlton Heston's having a freak out on the floor, banging the floor and going, why? Why did they do another mud flood? Because what you find is like, you know, Statue of Liberty's buried up to its waist in the seashore now, so they've had some sort of cataclysmic event, and she's mudded in. She's mudded in. Indeed. Yes, it's a flat horizon, Manny. Okay, Facebook fact checker. Have you seen them? Even though they're AI,
This is what they look like. This is like all of the psyops mixed into one, because every single one of them that person's suffering with is a psyop. I can't believe that this is the world we have now entered. It is fucked. What are you going to do? Make sure to like this video, make sure to share this video, and do please subscribe. This is video 500 of Martin Leaker's channel. Got 3 other channels to check on my Instagram, on my Facebook, and all the other groovy things that are going on, and my website. That is linked below in the description box. The Martin Leaker channel. Yeah, smash that like button. Thanks, Bernie. Tell him, man. Please. Frank Burke, Martin, Save Humanity on YouTube. Yeah, this is our mission, Frank. Stick with me, bro. We're going to do it. Everyone's going to end up being really good people. We're going to feel really fucking good about it. So, what I noticed with this building from a great exposition, okay, War Worlds, is it got an air balloon. And out of the air balloon, it got 2 giant sets of wings. Because that was the transport of the day. And of Tartaria. You may not be interested in this, but I am. This is my city, Cardiff, which is a lot bigger, because everything you'd see on that map would be buildings now. But apparently, and there's a mistake with this map, there has to be a mistake with this map. And this is why. It says here, right, that this map was made in 1898. Well, that can't be, because all of the buildings that are along this road here, the Carbridge Road where I live, are like, some of them are like 1880s, 1870s. The King's Pub is still there, but there's another one, the Corporation, 1880s, all the way along here to Ely Bridge, where nearly where I live, is all really ancient mud flood buildings. But they're saying, like on this map here in 1898, that none of it exists. And I'm really bugged about it. It must be a date anomaly or a date mistake, because all of this is Metropolis in that period, and the docks are built and not there. So he's either fucked up with the date, or there's something else going on. I can't work it out. It's really strange. Excuse me. Pictures of the day. Who remembers gum with comics? Who remembers a Bazooka Joe gum with a comic? Do you remember that? Yeah, man, I used to love my Bazooka Joes. The last ages, give you jaw-ache. So who remembers this natty weird shit? Remember when you had to line up in single file with no talking? Do you know how successful of that I was? Yeah, Marianne, I wasn't very successful at lining up or not talking, I can assure you that. Yeah, Bazooka Joe, that's right, something good. Right, so I was on the CB. I had a 16-foot dipole outside my bedroom window on a scaffold pole. So breaker 19, who remembers everyone's CB handle? So can you remember what your CB handle was? Mine was lamplighter. Believe it or not, I don't even know why. I used to call mine lamplighter. So anybody can remember their Tweety? Okay. Some of you, this is the internet of the 1970s and the 80s. We had CBs. I used to talk to truckers in Alaska on my CB. I used to think it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I was so buzzing when I talked to people abroad. It's amazing. Pepper, claim jumper. Okay. That's a big 10-4. It's a big 10-4. I'll come in 2020 you later. In fact, come in 2020 me at the meetup. Hi, Chris Marsden. Oh, this is a nice picture. Tiger Bay, where I come from Cardiff, and they got a place called Tiger Bay, where it's a multicultural place, which we like that sort of thing in Cardiff. We're not bothered, and we embrace it. And there's a little kid there, looks like a little Indian kid or something, but he's there. I was like that, all in the rain on my own in city streets. It reminds me of me, he does. Sad story, it's a sad picture, but it's a happy picture all at the same time, because it's a beautiful memory. So here is a Roman. Let's see what the Romans were into. A Roman oil lamp. Okay. Oh, yeah, I can see what's going on there. But it is Roman. So, you know. Ooh. Get there, Jemima. Okay. This is out in a countryside in the middle of a field. It's not folly. I don't know what it is, actually, but it's got Technasmia port in it. It looks like a little tiny bit of a church. I don't know what it is, but it's lovely, and it's the old world. That's red brick. Okay, so I've been watching a few documentaries trying to work out what happened to these pair. That
stuff that happened to Sid Vicious in the New York police station was a bit gnarly. I'm not sure he deserved any of that. No, I really like Sid Vicious. Okay, he was a lovely man. Although he's a bit of a nutcase, it was all because he was like Tavistock, wasn't it? Nancy Spungen, apparently, he killed, was a genius. Who knew? A business genius, apparently. She was way ahead of her time. Apparently, he killed her, and then he killed himself, apparently. I'm not buying any of that for a second. They were totally in love, and I don't think Sid Vicious had murder in him. Guy was just a pussy, wasn't he? So that's another unsolved rock and roll case. I've got loads of them. I'd love to go through rock and roll cases. Right, the 1980s and 1990s. British people. How many people actually know what this is? Click if you know. Do you know what this is? This is what they used to call a 9-bar. Yeah. Its quality ratio was how much plastic it had in it by the mid-90s. Does anybody remember these? Rocky, Cheech, Rocky. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Brings you back, don't it? It's hash. That's all they used to have for like 10 years in Britain. Right. When I was a kid, okay, this is how I had my playlist. Remember doing that? Did they work right? Yeah, they worked all right, didn't they? So yeah, I didn't like doing that actually. I did do it. That's my playlist. Yeah, it was not bad, Dean. Some of it was really good. So they got to Holland and they mixed it up with tyres. So British people, can you remember this? Camp coffee. It doesn't mean gay coffee. It just means camp coffee with chicory. Now, I know you know what chicory is. My mother used to buy this all the time. I fucking loved it. Ooh, a cup of camp coffee. I used to think this is the best coffee I've ever had. It was so coffee-y. So, yeah. How do they still sell them? So, here's George with his first wife, Synth, and young Julian. Okay. And he's got a hoe in his hand. I don't know why he's got a hoe in his hand. A hoe in his hand. She's got a mop. But he dumped Cynthia for that awful Japanese bird. Oh, my God. She's like a shit sucker shit, isn't she? What the fuck? Oh, one of the Johns went off of her anyway. So how'd you get your children around in the past and take them to school? On the back of an emu, obviously. Transport of the day. And they're lovely. Emus are lovely. Don't believe what you... I don't know. This is some sort of ritual where this lady has to have a bunny rabbit held over her head. They're all jolly amused by it, look. It's got a gun there. Not sure what's happening with that. Maybe I just killed the rabbit. So, yeah, they're hanging a dead rabbit over her head. Maybe somebody could tell me, don't bother telling me what's going on. I don't want to know. But they're amused by it. Okay, this is in Wales. And it's a tower. There's something to do with a coal mine. I don't think it's ancient, but isn't it unusual? Stepped stack. I think it's a chimney stack. But yeah, it's in Wales, North Wales. Unusual. And some of these buildings, this building here, this tower here, okay, they've used the human vertebra as its design, or part of its design. And I bet they do that with a lot of buildings, part of the human body. 33. I tell you what, the human body is Illuminati confirmed, isn't it? 33 ribs. So there's a ghost walking down the Phoenician stairway in a feathery F-ether technology dress. Beautiful. So in J663, you could purchase these blue glasses. Now, I wonder if they're them glasses that make you see like other dimensions or whatever. There's supposed to be glasses out there that make you see stuff. Now, I had to go with some that make you see auras in America, but they made my eyes go funny and I didn't really like it. But I wouldn't mind some of them blue glasses, find out what they do. What sort of date is that, though? It's weird, isn't it? Weird J, or I don't know. It's not fucking one, though, is it? So here is a road going through a major American metropolitan city. I think it's New York. No, it's not. It's Ben Lamont National Park, Australia. But doesn't it look like a city? Yes, it does. Does to my nines. So these statues have been encrusted in this rock here. So water has been running over this rock for a long time, and it's covered these statues, and statues have become the rock. or something else has happened, like this rock is all melted down, like you can see there, and it's covered the statues that were there. I feel that the statues have been melted in. It's what I feel. Ultraviolet shows auras. Infrared shows. Oh, that's right. Yeah, infrared shows demons. I got an ultraviolet light on me right now. I use it for feeding me, and I leave my mood lamp on violet sometimes to invigorate my crown chakra, which is violet, isn't it? That works. It's a nice little picture. It's Nova Scotia, I think. No, it's Alaska. It's Alaska, that one. So they got some nice big buildings in Alaska. It's a gnome from Nome, isn't it? And there's a cave painting. Cave paintings are weird. I think they're petroglyphs and cave paintings, a lot of bullshit. Somebody could have done them at any fucking time. But this one is showing a large flying man, which I think happened. I think people were flying. I do. It's a cool little map here. Interesting, this one. This is showing the Hyperborean, this old map, as you can see here. Okay, the mountain ranges around it, and 4 continents, water in the middle. But what it's showing is above Scandinavia here is this large land prominent, which is not really there. Maybe the peninsula of excuse me, I got a map on a wall. I can't read it, it's in Russian. But maybe this peninsula that is in the north of Russia, it doesn't come up this much, not prominent, but it goes actually into the Hyperborean. I'm wondering if this was a land bridge in the past, which allowed the pygmies that lived in this land, which are like possibly the cherubins, to allow them to come into this part of the world. Because, you know, Muscovy, for example, was a thin sliver of Europe, you know, on the eastern perimeter of Europe, and the rest of it, as you know, was Tartary for quite some time. But the Russians, the Phoenicians, were the Caucasians, and the Phoenicians, and I think that they possibly came down through here. Just an idea. Interesting map, though, nevertheless, I must say. So hang on a minute. So there's Britain. So America is across the Atlantic. Okay. So why has it got Tibet there in America? Tibet. Isn't that interesting? This whole Mediterranean area got re-landscaped, I think, after that Santorini event. I think the whole place got ripped to shreds, is what I think. And the great double working glass steam engine, Fairy Queen. Now, that would be something worth witnessing. So it was a steam engine, and it was made of glass. Can you imagine seeing that operated? Oh, it's incredible, isn't it? Okay, moving on. This was the big wheel in Chicago's World's Fair. And, you know, the size of it is just unimaginable. You know, there's 50 people in each one, guys. So thousands of people up in the air at any one time. Mummies found lately in Egypt, in that place there. Something about Osiris, something about a temple, something about priests of Osiris. In there. So they got recently found mummies exhibited in the Chicago's exposition. But yeah, the size of that wheel, and then it gets taken out in a fire because apparently, like, metal burns in history. So some of these pipes, this one's water powered, and it's like a musical box. It'll turn and it'll make a beautiful tune. Up here, you got some sort of bird, and you got Pan on his pan pipes, which is Bacchus, as you know. You got an Oculus, you get them in a lot of old buildings, and a smaller musical box there with some sort of cherub, also run by water. In the past, I bet they made beautiful sounds. I bet they did. There's another one. The color ones are absolutely beautiful of these organs, but you fully see the Phoenicians. You know, this guy's got horns as well, hasn't he? Bacchus, I think. And there's the harpsichord or the keyboard, and this giant organ with like something coming out of them. And harmonia. It's funny how harmonia's got the word harm in it. So really interesting though that they're making organs that big. You know, imagine them in a church, what they do. Imagine anywhere what they do. So these people are going out for a walk. I think these are in France. I'm just wondering why everyone is in mourning and why everyone's in black. These two women are in mourning clothes, like grieving, like something. And we find so many people that look unhappy and grieving and dressed in black. And everyone in Christendom at this period says, "Good morgen, good morning." Why are you mourning? Mourning the death of a civilization that you took over. But they didn't know too much about it. So this building's been left so long, there's got a shit ton of trees growing on top of it. Hasn't been cared for, hasn't been catered for. It's crazy, isn't it? Look at that. And there's Paris Exposition. Look at that building for detail. It's just, I can't imagine. I just can't, my head can't get around that they went to this effort for temporary, you know, just substandard materials, plaster of Paris, and then knock it all fucking down. All the plumbing to feed these. Can you imagine the pumps to feed all this water? All taken up, gone. I can't imagine it. It just makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. Excuse me. So, Hairy Mary. Why is Mary hairy? Does anybody know? So, yeah, Jesus' mum, Mary, the Immaculate One, she's shown in a lot of antiquity as being like hairy Mary. And there's two Cherubinuskis here as well. Oh, they're sort of monk ones. And she's really, really, really hairy. I wonder why. Why? Maybe she was a Yeti. Yeti Mary. It's weird, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Then these are grounding boots from the ancient world, Tibetan. And so you could like literally earth yourself as you were walking. Beautiful, beautiful shoes. And an old wooden staircase. I wonder why they went to that effort. I like it though, with the twirly wood. It's really unusual. Anything like that's unusual, I like. Just what was the point? I don't know. This is in Brazil, when apparently they were constructing an exposition in Rio de Janeiro. Got the old ladderline. The building is already there. You can see some windows at the bottom there. Nothing outside. It really does look clean though. But finishing stuff all over it, and so many aerials and antennas, it's hard to even imagine. Was it there already? And they did a good job of that then. And left hardly any rubbish or anything in the road after they built that. In modern day, they leave shit everywhere. So these fonts or whatever and reliquary, what is in there, I can't say, but it looks like a stone. What this is, I don't know. And all of this Antquitech on top of it. What do you reckon? Looks like a stone, doesn't it? Or just staying at it, whatever it is, it's technology, guys. It's a stone, all right. Side of a church building. For healing, yeah, very possibly. Yeah, very possibly. So what we got here? Excuse me, fucking thing. There's a lot of shells going on, so it's another form. It's a lock. It's a lock. There's a lock in it there. So locks and doors and bolts. Like locks is akin to Phoenicians because of locks in sea terms. I don't think that they had locks on houses in the past. I don't think you needed them. I don't think anyone would have taken anything from you. And I don't think there was need. I think that's Phoenician as well. So this is an interesting star fort cluster in the old world. Very modern looking, considering everything else in there is from the Middle Ages. I don't think for a second these were anything to do with military purposes. and I will show and explain this in the near future. Examples of why I think this, and I think it's overwhelming proof, because there's no way you're going to give your fucking plans away to the enemy. Why would you do that? You'll die. Makes no sense. Look at this for a tunnel. Oh, they were building big in the old world, weren't they, guys? Sort of rooms in there, massive columns, and a big tunnel. Look at the entrance, how beautiful it is. Phoenician lion. Got the papal cross there. Just insane size. That's in Bucharest. There's the Graf Zeppelin, and as you can see, the Graf Zeppelin has swastikas on its tail wings. But the one that come down in New York, the Hindenburg disaster, this is the Hindenburg, excuse me, it never had any swastikas on it. It's 2 disasters. I've covered them in my videos. So here's them incubators. Baby incubators, 12 months growth in 1 hour. They're doing 12 months growth in 1 hour. You could get an adult in a week or something. A couple of weeks. It's just mind-blowing. Chicago's World Fair, okay, and that is all there today. Chicago's World Fair there, 2023. That statue's still there, and all of these beautiful buildings and the water is completely gone. All that's there now is a load of bungee cords. Spooky, isn't it? Really weird. And there's a mud flooded church. You can see when they found it, it was mud flooded up to there, and they dug it out, and all of this is now being shown. All of that, but as you can see in the past, it was full of mud. Spanish church. So alphabets of the world. So in various alphabets of the world, the number of letters varies from 12 to 202. The shortest is that of the Sandwich Islands, which has 12 letters, and the Tartarians have the longest language with 202 letters. Seems the Tartarians were smart. So just some sacred geometry in a ceiling. It's absolutely beautiful. Thought that goes into them, and it has an effect on consciousness, obviously, because that's what it's designed for. You stand underneath that, that's going to do stuff to you guys. So she found a statue of herself, or she made a statue of herself, like Bender did. In I can't remember. So look at these ancient, beautiful jars. God knows what they're made of. I couldn't even tell you. But it's got all the Greek sort of Phoenician shit going on in there. Look at this. Sphinx. Just absolute craziness. Absolutely beautiful. Don't know what it's made of, but the way the light shines through it, it's just nuts. Some special sort of quartz. Can't see. So inside this poppy here, you can see 2 bumblebees, and because it's Valentine's, they were having a bit of a cuddle. They can't give the cuddle. I'm all pollened out, really stung on this pollen. Me too. And it's poppy. Ugh. Should you ever lay down? Yeah. Should you have a crutch? Yeah. So cuddling, which is nice. Innit? So winged angels. Would the human body have to? Could you actually be lifted by wings on the back? How do they operate? Have they got a special like rib cage to operate these wings? I'm very curious of how these wings actually work. And have you got to be alive to get them? So this site looks identical to a circuit board of a computer, and there is a reason for that. Nice little motherboard going on, central processor. Oh, it's all there. Heatsink, the works. It's a computer. A beautiful mosaic. A pretty face of antiquity. And then they built these things in Holland as well. Crazy cupboards and beds as well in this wood form. Just the effort gone into them. I can't imagine the carving that went into that. Just incredible. Just nuts. Just nuts. Now this church here looks to me
like the top of a church for some reason. When you look at it from, excuse me, far away, it just looks like it's the top of a church sticking out of the ground, doesn't it? It's like, where's the rest? That's what it looks like to me. It looks seriously top heavy. It's like weird. I don't know. So there's no picture of London here. Electro bus they had in a bygone era, and they are charging power stations here for electro bus. So they had an electric bus system in London, and parked into there, and you charged up overnight. Electric buses. How fucking far we have come backwards. Platonic solids made by the Romans. I don't know how they knew. I don't know what these are. But there are signs that they understood that we don't. So what about the big doors? Could they be cat flaps for giant cats? Or for people? That door's enormous, and that's the size of a person. Couldn't even reach them without a ladder. So why would they have them up there? Giants. Is why. So this place is absolutely insane, this palace. I don't know what the fuck to think about it, but there's not a centimetre without any decoration on it. Just insane beauty. It's Arabic, I think. Just a crazy artwork. Somebody made a person out of sticks. I think it's really lovely. Be funnier with a match on it. And this lady, she's had a wedding photo. I don't know whether she noticed that her knickers are showing. That's going to live a long time, that photo. So remember that photo when Mavis showed her knickers? Yeah. He's all right, though. He's happy. It's his wedding night, you know. Could this be the savior of humanity, this little thing here? The answer is yes. So let's have a trans investigation. I've already made my mind up about Raquel Welch, actually, guys. Although she got a jaw like Roger Ramjet, it's a bit of a big jaw going on. I noticed that. She's a bit of a big girl, old Raquel. Totally beautiful, though. Let's have a sex investigation and see what we think. Okay. No, I'm satisfied Raquel Welch is a chick, okay? Not so sure about Taylor Swift. I think there's a reason her name's Taylor. So here's Emerson, Lake and Palmer in the early days, and here's Emerson, and he's fucking pulled the keyboards over on himself and crushed his legs like a silly sausage, singing fucking Fanfare for the Common Man. So he is overzealous keyboard player. He gets really carried away, don't he? Anyway, let's have a look at this beautiful street in the past, see what's going on. So that's London. Big streets, big buildings, no cars. I can't imagine what the world was like. I'd love to know the mentality of these people back then. How little we know of these people this time. How much we've changed. So there's the attack of the dogs. So the King von Macaranum. It's fucked up King Dog. Okay. And there's that picture of the centerfold. It was a dog, he's eating carrots, he's got a lovely little dress on and a cape. And he's a dog head. So why is there so many artworks presenting dog heads if they don't exist? Pray tell. Okay. So remember, guys, we got the FEB gathering, which is very soon, actually, on the 15th of March. So there's a fair bit of time to get tickets. Make sure to come. Watch, do a flat a day, have a party, have a karaoke, and have a good time. The guys who came the last time, be a guys in chat now, he'll tell you we had a fantastic time. Okay, and the weather was like a shit took a shit. And now it's lovely. It's like spring has come. Okay, guys, it's going to be awesome. So that's what's happening. Hope you enjoyed this post. That's been my effort to entertain you all for tonight on Tuesday night, on a Thursday night. Still got 512 you watching. That's fucking awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Just give you a few of you shouts before I dive off. This has been I started at 7:30, past 8, 9:30, 10:30. Oh my fucking God. It's a big long post again. It's 2011. Kill the Hive Mind. Good to see you. That was a great live, mate. Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Don. Thanks, Marcel. Yeah, we had fun, didn't we? Enjoy movies. Good, isn't he? Pure brilliant. Spread the word, vibes. Brilliance is what we do. Debs, thank you. Much love to you as well. Thanks for being here all the time, Deb. Thriceborn, good to see you. Thank you, Marty. Okay. It was a banquet of Tartarianness and beautiful things to look at. I do like beautiful things. I'm sure you know. We like it classy around here. We like beauty. Misty, good to see you. Thanks for all the juice. You're welcome. Thanks, Teresa. Thanks, Donna Marie. Thanks, whatever that word says. Iggy. Donna Marie. Michael, good to see you. Thanks, Joy Love. Thanks, Bob Sykes, mate. And Marianne, thanks. And Cheech, thanks, bro. Okay, and Adam Cook, my bro from up in Leicesterich. Leicester, fuck. Lincoln. It's okay, begins with L. And it's my bro, Romanian Bear. Good to see you, bro. Nice to see you. ZYX and Kill the Hive Mind. Do another Lucy and Timmy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can do that. I got shitloads of them videos. I could do another Lucy and Timmy. Yeah. Okay, glad you enjoyed, Shiva. Thank you, bro. Jason Gore, good to see you. And in relation to Martin and Angela, baby cousin. And Lindy, and much love to you. And it's Bernie, much love and respect to you. Thank you as well. And it's Hippie Shake, sharing my share. TW, Ben Jones, and Combat Finn. Hello, mate. Thanks for being here. Skint Flint, Polyester. Good to see you. Oh, thanks, guys. You've been awesome. Can't get over how long this show's lasted, though. I didn't mean for it to last that long, but there was a few videos involved. Right. So that was video 500 on Matt Leaker channel. And a couple of things to look forward to, haven't we? Meets and stuff. So make sure to make plans for that. Break pattern. Get out there. There's going to be lots happening. It's going to be fan-fucking-tastic, guys. Let's raise the vibration. Okay, let's make this fantastic. Okay. Don't let them dictate our year. Okay. 2024 is going to be fucking epic. Okay. I know they don't want it that way, but it's just tough shit because that's what's happening. Does that make sense? Good. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to be diving off. I'm going to see you on the weekend. Flatter Day is coming. Plenty more at the show. Plenty more to hit you up with that I've been thinking about this week. So, Psycho Dave, good to see you. Thanks, Mo. Thanks, bro. MS, good to see you. What sign of Zodiac? I'm a Libra. I'm a typical Libran as well. I require balance, stuff like that. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, actually. Like, I really am. So I beat myself up if I don't do things properly. I don't know why. Let's do it, people. Yes, let's do another Timmy and Lucy. We'll do that in the future. Okay. All right. Much love to you all. Stay epic, guys. Thanks so much for being here. I really enjoyed that. Hope you did too. Make sure to like this video if you did, and share it if you can, and subscribe to Matt Leaker channels. Okay. Flat of British. Weeny flat bums to infinity thrice. Stay epic. See you soon.